Everyone is here to watch me have technical difficulties for the first time. Hello. Can y'all hear me now this time for realsies, though? I'm also gonna reach out to my manager, who's on chat. Can you hear me now? Can I say just how lucky I am? Thank God. Thank God. Oh, okay. I'm actually really happy that Benny is in the chat. I want to start today's stream. I would like to begin today's stream by first going over to the dramatic close. You know what? I'm gonna go to the TED Talk. I feel like I need to actually say this. Hello, everyone. It saddens me a lot to say this, but I messed up. I have been calling Benny in the chat. I have been calling you Beanie for like literally the last 2 days since you told me your name was Benny, and I've been calling you wrong. And you know what? I'm sorry. This is my YouTube apology video. I'm gonna do my best. You know, I'm gonna go see someone to help me how to read names. And you know, Benny, I just want to say I'm very sorry. I'm canceling myself. Anyways, yes. I just wanted to start by saying that, Benny, I've been saying your name wrong. Yesterday, Kitty pointed it out to me, and she pointed it out, and I actually legitimately blushed. I got that feeling when, like, you know you messed up, and your body is like reacting to it. Your body is like, oh no, is our entire existence at peril? So I got the sweats. My face got all red, and I'm like, I can't believe I've been calling them Beanie. Their name is clearly Benny. It's just my dyslexia. I am very sorry. I hereby submit my apology to the Midnight Society. Also, there's so many people I gotta say hi to. Moontoms is here. By the way, Moontoms, this got cut because the stream were having issues. Would you rather I call you something else? Because I know that your Twitter handle has a different name. So if you would like a different name, let me know. Timberwolf is here. Alex is here. I see Glory, by the way. Thank you for coming back. Sam is here. I'm actually really excited to see Sam again. Sam was our MVP for the Frankenstein read. And of course, shout outs to the ranches in chat, Lady Kitty Lynn and Charlie Arlette. Shout out to everyone. I am feeling pretty good today. Never mind the fact that, you know, the stream wasn't working at the start. Let me double check. Do we even have... Yeah, we do have ultra low latency. Let's go. Oh, hell yeah. You know, like I'm really considering it. It was actually really fun. I didn't want to like go into, you know, Max critiques, you know, a book from 200 years ago, but it was really fun. It was fun to read it, for sure. Also, if anybody didn't see this on Twitter / Tumblr, I did in fact do art for the characters, by the way. This is what I was doing. Kitty was taking a nap yesterday, and this is what I did. I doodled the characters from the campaign. I'm actually extra happy with Claire. It's just like, I wanted to get the salt and pepper in there, you know, and make him look a little older. Also, I just had fun giving everybody different, like, spacesuits. And I will say, someone's gonna point this out, and I just wanna come out and say it, okay? Yes, Lemon's suit is supposed to look like an Amogus, by the way. Amogus. It's supposed to look like an Amogus, that's on purpose. And also I had fun giving everyone, like, little icons for, like, what department they were in the spaceship before everything crashed. And again, I'm not tuning my own horn, it's just that, you know, even I am shocked when I'm like, holy crap, my art actually kind of worked. Sanctuary Base 6. Is that Doctor Who? Alex says that Joy's spacesuit looks like, yes, it is! I knew it! I knew that was a Doctor Who reference. I knew it. That's actually probably one of the best Doctor Who two-parters? I think it's a two-parter. I don't know. That's a really good one. Sorry, Kitty and I used to do... We watched a bunch of Doctor Who during quarantine, so we actually had a podcast where we were like reviewing Doctor Who episodes. I have only one complaint about that two-parter, and it's literally just the title of the second parter. I think that I was just like, nope, you're kind of you. That's like telling it's like explaining the joke in the title of your essay. Don't do that. But yeah, and yeah, thank you, Glory. Glory says the suits look so good. Thank you. Honestly, putting an extra O in so makes me feel so much better. And I definitely did want like Joyce to look like, you know, like he's like a space janitor. Of course you can, Glory. Unless it's like, I don't know, my social security number or something. By the way, I want to say, thank you everyone who's showed up to the stream, by the way. This is going to be a really, really fun, silly, and exciting stream. We're going to be doing some tabletop role-playing. It's a solo game. Okay, Glory, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. You mean like board game, video game, tabletop role-playing game? You're going to have to like specify here. I have a lot of favorites. I contain within myself multitudes. There's a lot of things I like. But yeah, and even though it's and I'm holding quotation fingers, a solo game, all of you are going to have the opportunity to influence the course of the story, because during the course of this adventure, I am going to be reaching out to chat for tips, for ideas as to what should be happening, much like we did for character creation. Now, Glory asks, what is my favorite video game? And, that's a good question. Let's just go... it's funny because, you know, my moods change, of course. My moods definitely change. So I'm gonna say that right now, at this moment, I'm having a lot of fun playing Monster Train on the Switch. Kitty and I, we play that game basically every night. And yesterday we managed to beat a very difficult combination. So that was really fun. Monster Train is a deck-building roguelike game. With really interesting combat. It's just really fun. Monster Train right now for sure is my fave. That's the game I keep coming back to. It's just, it gives you that nice little dopamine. It gives you the nice little dopamine hit whenever good things happen. Much like with board games, the game is also full of like situations where like, oh, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. As for other games that I really enjoy, I mean, I'm a big fan of life sims. I'm a big fan of farming sims, you know. Harvest Moon, now called Story of Seasons, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is very good. Kitty and I, we were getting the itch to go back to Stardew Valley. Though, I have to say that every time I go back to Stardew Valley, the time between me picking it up again gets longer and longer. Because I have gotten that game nearly to like 100% completion like 3 times. Also, Alex and anyone else who may have Monster Train in your library, it's absolutely worth playing. Oh, that game is so much fun. See, the thing that I like about... oh, there's a Stardew Valley expanded? Oh, no. Oh, no. You know what? Wait, hold up. Stardew Valley expanded. I'm also... Ever since I was planning this campaign, I've been getting the feeling for, like, going back to RimWorld. Oh no, Kitty, we're in trouble. Stardew Valley Expanded is a fan-made expansion for Concerned Apes Stardew Valley. This mod adds 27 new NPCs, 50 locations, 260 character events, 27 fish, reimagined vanilla areas, 2 farm maps, a reimagined world map reflecting all changes, new music, questlines, objects, crops, festivals, and many miscellaneous additions. Oh no! Thank God. Okay, thankfully, it's only on PC. Thank God. Thank God. We actually, Kitty and I, we have actually done a lot of playing on the Switch. Because, again, I love playing games with my significant other. Just having someone else to enjoy games with is just so good. So, oh my god. I am gonna bookmark that, though. I mean, we could play it co-op on PC, but let me just bookmark that under cool shit, cool things I found about during the stream. Let's go with that playlist. There you go. Now, I have not finished Lemon's character sheet. There is one typo in one of their assets, but I did not finish this character sheet. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have to play. Aw, thank you, Glory. That's really sweet. I try my best, honestly. I have been blessed with the company of a bunch of lovely people, and I try to bring that energy back into the rest of the world, you know? I mean, also, I guess by extension, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and I've always strived to be a force for good, a force for positivity. I mean, let's be entirely honest, that's actually how I started doing anything. You know, I began doing prompts and writing advice on Tumblr because the advice that I saw going around on Tumblr was actually just so negative and bad. Advice that basically summed up, like, it's you could summarize that advice to, if you're bad at writing, just stop and give up. And I'm like, wow, way to just completely miss the point. It really felt like some of those writing blocks were just like frustrated people putting their frustration somewhere else, which I mean, like, you know, I don't condone it, but at the same time, I'm like, you do realize that, like, you know, you're putting those words somewhere, and someone might read them, and someone might be discouraged from writing. The whole reason I started writing to begin with is because someone encouraged me to do it. You know, there's already so much friction in the world. There's already so much bad vibes, so much bad energy. Why make it worse, you know? Why make things worse for everyone involved? Now, let's see. I guess it could just, because I don't want to say that I already want to get started, but, you know. No worries, Kitty. I'm just happy that you're here. Also, you're getting out of work early today, right? You're getting out at 2? That means you might miss a little bit of the stream, but I'll tell you whatever happened. That also means that since you're getting out of work early, that means I get to spend more time with you. You're getting out at 4? What? Why the hell did you go to work so early then?
What the hell? What the actual hell? I thought we were gonna get to hang out. We have to put away the Christmas tree. Well, now I'm gonna have to put away the Christmas tree all by myself.
I'm gonna have to put away the Christmas tree all by myself. Now, I know what you're thinking. You opened the okay. What was it? Oh, really? If you opened the building,
then what was in it? Huh? What was in the building?
Can I just say, by the way, Charles hitting us with the lowercase o number 7, which looks like a little person saluting. Gosh, I love that. That was back when we called them emoticons. Anyone else feel old? Or just me? And I will also say, yeah, F in chat for anybody who feels old, for sure. And I will say that I originally planned having, like, different music playing, but I just love Lo-Fi Leah. So we're gonna be listening to some nice lo-fi tunes while our characters are struggling to survive. Yeah, hit them with the uppercase O underscore uppercase O for sure, yeah. That's a good one, Benny. Watch me spend like 50% of my mental RAM just making sure that I always say Benny from now on. Poor kitty. Yeah, and of course you can't forget the lowercase x, uppercase D. That's a classic. Oh my god. I gotta say, you know, but now what about colon number 3? I mean, come on. That's a classic. Charles, for a hot second, I was like, oh no, is that actually happening? And the answer is, it is, just not in a way that anybody can see. And of course, Kitty hitting us with the... Oh my god, okay, so Alexander's absolutely correct. Colon slash will always be superior to just the little frowny emoji face. It just has a different vibe, you know? It's just a different vibe. Big agree, big moods in chat. So yeah. So since today's gonna be a bit of a weird session, does anybody have any questions they would like to throw my way before I just switch the page and we just start, you know, talking role-playing games? Just any like nice general questions, just nice casual questions. Yesterday, I was gonna say last night. I stream in the middle of the day, at least over here in not so sunny California. I was gonna say last night we talked about board games, but no, that was yesterday. I am like the you're the 3 streamer I like to watch. Yo, honestly, third place is not bad, honestly. So Alexander has a really good question. How do you maintain a consistent sleeping pattern? So step 1, go to bed at the same time every day. Step 2, wind down every night before going to bed. Give yourself like 30 minutes to just like read a book. Dim the lights, especially dim the lights. If able, I recommend getting a by the way, Moontoms, I see your little question there, you little goof. I recommend getting a sunset lamp. That is a lamp that simulates a sunset inside of your bedroom. Turns out, fun fact, our human body was made so that whenever the sun goes down, we actually get tired. That's why, right now, while it's all, you know, getting dark in the middle of the day, everyone is like, wow, why am I so tired? Why does it feel like it's bedtime? It's because that's how our brains work. It's almost as though it was part of some sort of survival mechanism that allowed us to become the greatest apex predator in the whole world. But yeah, sunset lamp, wind down before bed, go to bed at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day. That's all I do. Of course, you know, there are times when I sleep in, you know, if I'm tired or something, but most of the time you gotta hit that routine. I didn't actually used to do this. During the pandemic, my sleep schedule got completely destroyed. I was like oversleeping every single day. In part because, you know, of all the troubles, and I had to force myself to basically get up at the same time every day, even if I didn't do anything that day. Sunset lamps are really cool. You can also get one of those smart light bulbs and program them so that they slowly turn orange, like around like, you know, like 7 or 8, and then they dim around your bedtime. That's actually what we have right now. We used to have a sunset lamp, but we got some smart light bulbs on sale last year, I think, and we've been using them since. It's also really handy to just, like, you know, use your phone to just control the lights. Also, okay, so now, Moontoms asked, what's the meaning of life? And honestly, you know, there's the silly answer, of course, but I'm gonna give you the serious answer first, okay? I think the meaning of life is to spend time with the people you enjoy, and also find a purpose that makes you feel connected to the world around you. But also, the number one thing, the meaning of life is actually to support me on coffee.com/MKirin. If you support me on coffee.com/MKirin, you actually can have your message read on the stream, and also, you get warm fuzzy feels, and I get nuggies. So, please consider supporting me on coffee.com/MKirin. Did you like that overlay? I just made it today. I'm actually so happy with the way the art came out, by the way. You get warm fuzzy feels, I get nuggies. This is a great trade. All I'm saying. Halfway through making that image, I realized that I should have just made it like the deal. Definitely, I mean, like, you know, I just want to get any nuggies I can right now. But, you know, if able, you know, if we get a certain number of subscribers, I will definitely level up my nuggies to dino nuggies for sure. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's actually a reference to one of my favorite streamers from back in the day. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, no, yeah, if you support me through coffee.com, top left, by the way, you can have your message read on stream. Not by me. A nice computer voice will read your message out. Thank you, Charles. I'm happy you like it. My manager told me that I need to pimp out the coffee link more often. So that's what I'm doing. Also, you know, I had fun drawing. Again, see, that's the cross-section, I think. That's my favorite cross-section in life, right? You know, where you're able to do something for fun and also be productive at the same time. Muntum says your chibis are always so great. Aw, thank you. Thank you. My art has come a long way, and it's taken me a while to be, like, happy with my art. So, and I don't know if I can say confidently that I'm there already, but I'm definitely happy with what I have at the moment. And honestly, I feel like I did a pretty good job with the portraits. You know, I haven't done this kind of style in a while, so it was just nice giving it, you know, a fair shot and trying to interpret the characters we created last time. So yeah, these are the cast of our role-playing game, and I think, you know what, there's 7 minutes left.
You've got mail.
Charlie Arlette just donated 3 nuggies. Nuggies, nuggies, nuggies.
Nuggies! Nuggies! Thank you so much for the nuggies, Charles. See, this is what you could have. This is what you could have if you donate to coffee.com/MKirin, but you're just playing. Do people still make that meme? Is that a Mika Pog in chat for sure? Yo. We're definitely gonna do a Mika Pog emote, by the way. So everybody get excited. Yeah, and my current coffee goal is to start doing also art streams, or just, you know, streams where we just, you know, I draw your characters or whatever. Hey, Pro Boy. Welcome to the stream. We're actually about to switch over to the role-playing section of the stream. Also, by the way, let me turn off the writing screen. Everybody like, oh yeah, we're gonna be playing a role-playing game together. The chat's gonna get to make choices and stuff. Everybody like the new background I made too? Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be playing a little game called Ironsworn Starforged. But, of course, the... Charles didn't even notice. I love that, yeah. Honestly, again, I'm pretty extra in the way that we do things. And in case anybody's wondering why there's so much Among Us on the stream and everything, it's because the original idea for this campaign came from, I think it was Kitty. I think Kitty, one of the mods, is the one that gave me the idea that all of our characters began at a space station, and the space station was sabotaged, you know, much like in Among Us, and our characters escaped the space station in their escape pods and crash landed on an ice planet. And now the catch, of course, the catch is that one of these 4 characters that we have, one of these 4 characters that are joining the party, one of them is actually a traitor. So we don't know which one. The system we're using is Ironsworn Starforged. It's a solo RPG, and you know it's a really nice story focused system. And I'm not actually gonna dwell super long on the engine. I'm mostly gonna just focus on the storytelling, because I know that, you know, I'm a nerd. I love role-playing games, but I also recognize that, oh, yo, Turqueso, I didn't realize you joined in the chat, by the way. Welcome. I know that rules are fun, but unless you're a nerd like me, it's gonna fly over your head. And I know we have a lot of people in chat who don't know about role-playing games. By the way, we get dice! Dice on the screen! I'm so excited. So I actually, we're gonna be following the point of view of Lemon, whose call sign is also Lemon, by the way. Their pronouns are they, them. And I'm gonna give you a quick summary of what Lemon is about, okay? So the little secret here, by the way, and again, this plot twist is all Kitty's doing. Kitty's favorite mod in the chat. Her plot twist was, what if our protagonist is actually able to time travel? And this means that in the grand scheme of things, Lemon's mission in this story is to find out who sabotaged the space station. So, and there's actually, we actually have the ability to rewind up to like 2 seconds. You did that. You were like, what if this was like Zero Escape? And it was like Zero Time Dilemma, and I'm like, holy crap, that's so good. I like Kitty being like, I came up with that? Yes, you did. She's where all my ideas come from. So Lemon is, we don't know who hired Lemon. We don't know why Lemon is doing this. See, the cool thing about a system like this is that we're gonna be able to find all this out later. You know, we don't know who is the traitor. It might even be Lemon. We don't know. We're gonna find this out as we go through the setting. So, Lemon is a person capable of traveling through time. They have been tasked with finding out who sabotaged the space station. Of course, to kind of balance things out a little bit, unfortunately, Lemon's powers have been weakened we can, yeah. I'm a writer, by the way. Since the crash. So it will be a while before they can rewind all the way back to the space station. So yeah, no worries. So in case you're wondering, so in this system, characters have assets that literally represent their packaged abilities. I'm not going to read all this text, and I will have these up somewhere eventually, but basically, Lemon is able to, whenever something bad happens to them, if they're hurt in some way or someone around them is hurt, they're able to rewind up to 2-3 seconds and potentially change the outcome. Please note the use of the word potentially here. You know, just because you can rewind back in time, that doesn't mean exactly that you're going to be able to make everything better. They're also a natural builder. Part of this game, I want it to be like a base building survival game, so I designed Lemon to be a little bit like that. They have a tool called the voxel gun, a gun that basically can convert matter into other matter. So we can basically Minecraft ourselves a base in this ice planet. And the last thing, as a person who was hired to investigate what happened at the space station, they are a master investigator. I'm basically giving them like the Sherlock Holmes power to like take all the details around them and use them to, you know, make make conclusions on things. Of course, you know, it's not an all-powerful ability. It has drawbacks. That's part of the fun. But, you know, overall, the character flow for Lemon is their goal is to first build a base on this ice planet so that everyone is safe. Use their investigative powers to find out who is the one who sabotaged. And eventually, you know, after leveling up this ability a bunch, rewind all the way back to the space station and prevent what happened. That is Lemon's mission here on the ice planet that we know as Ivory Forest IC9865. We actually generated this planet last time. Yeah, literally, no, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, we generated the planet. We also brainstormed the characters yesterday, so I will introduce you to the characters really quickly. So Lemon, of course. By the way, on the space station that we were previously staying at, different members of different departments wore different colored spacesuits. So the members of the engineering team, such as Lemon, wore yellow. I will tell you right now that I believe that Lemon actually infiltrated the space station to find out what happened. So I like the idea that Lemon kind of like joined recently and nobody knows like who they are or what they're about. I kind of like that idea. If someone has a better idea, leave it in chat. Again, this is gonna be the flow for the game, by the way. I'm gonna just throw ideas at the chat, and if someone gives me a better idea, I'll take it. So I think Lemon infiltrated the engineering team in yellow, by the way, hence the little wrench up here. Then we have Joy, a member of the maintenance team. The little broom indicates he's basically a space janitor. By the way, Lemon's pronouns are they, them. And I believe that the pronouns for Joy are he, they. He, they. He's kind of quiet. He stays away from people. A really like soft demeanor. And we thought during the brainstorming process that maybe he has a dark past that he's not talking about. Something happened and he's like running away from it. Who knows? But ultimately, he's a quiet young man working as a janitor on the space station. Then we have, of course, a member of the medical team, Trinity. Trinity has a harsh exterior. She's a hard worker. The kind of person who's always running around everywhere. I think we were joking that Trinity is like the head of the medical department, and I can definitely believe that. And yes, she does wear black lipstick because Slay Queen. And of course, I actually think the whole purpose of this space station, which we have not even named yet, by the way, we might actually, you know what? Let's just do it. I need a name for... Where's the oracles? Oracles. Yes, I'm here. Nope, oracles. I need a name for a space station. Let's go with the starship name. Starship mission. Okay, I'm gonna roll a D100 and let's see what spaceship name this space station was. It's 52. 52 is Nebula Prowler. Is that good? Is that good? Alternatively, someone just throw me a mythological creature name. I was hoping for something a little bit more like abstract, not so much Nebula Prowler, but if someone can give me like a mythological creature name for the space station, by the way, I would really appreciate that. Hippocanthus. What is the Pegasi? Pegasi's good. God damn it. God damn it. Alexander Sigsworth's kidding me with the space station unicorn, which like that's like hitting me personally. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry at everyone who submitted really good ideas. I'm biased. Space station unicorn. Phantom is also good. I actually like Phantom being spelled with F instead of PH. I'm gonna keep that one in the back burner for sure. Space station unicorn. I'm sorry. I'm just my name means unicorn. Of course I'm gonna take that. Now I think the whole goal of Space Station Unicorn was to do research on like deep space. By the way, we're really far away from civilization. And I think the members in purple of the research division are like literally the superstars there. These are the people like everyone here. Poet Gene coming in with the save. Okay. Space Station Phantom Unicorn. That is good. That's the name of like a secret underwater base that like no one is supposed to know about. Definitely the members of the research division are literally... Unicornio is also good as well. These are literally the rock stars of the space station. Like everything that's happening... The engineers are here to build them, to maintain the space station. Maintenance is here to keep everything clean. Medical is here to make sure the research team is not too hungover and too hooped up on caffeine to work. Everything is to make the research department work. I like the idea that everybody knows. By the way, his name is Claire. His pronouns are he, him. And I feel it in my heart that... Okay. The SS Phantom Unicorn is also really good. Timberwolf is like, so it's just SSFU. God damn it. That's so dumb. That's so dumb, but I love it. It's the SS Phantom Unicorn. We never talk about about its acronym ever again. But definitely, I feel like everybody, like, nobody knows anybody in the engineering or the maintenance team, but everybody knows who everyone is at the research department for sure. So that's Claire right there. Claire, like, he's actually, let me actually look up my notes on him. Yeah, he's very buff, very smart. I actually imagine him as being as like a really like agreeable person to be around, you know? Like, he's the kind of person who, like, you know, everybody goes quiet to hear what he has to say. Definitely leader material. I feel like you know what? Let's actually do a roll right now. I'm gonna roll dice. To my channel? Yes. Proboy says, should I sub? To my channel for sure. Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna roll dice, okay? Here's the way that I like to do oracle rolls, as they're called in this game. I'm gonna roll a D100, and the higher the number is, the more of a superstar that Claire is. If it's a low number, then he's like, you know, the kind of scientist that he's off on the side doing his own thing. If I roll 100, this guy is literally the one who organized this trip, okay? He's literally the most important person in this entire ship. 99! Everyone, say hi! Say hi to the person who brought us here, by the way. We're here on this spaceship because of Claire. Yo, holy crap. He's at 99? Okay, at 99, yes, he's a second in command, but the captain is just there more in like a, you know... Yeah, like if Claire could pilot the ship, he would. Okay, the SS Phantom Unicorn, on a research mission with Dr. Claire. Dr. Claire, for reasons known only to the research department. So, Charles asks, Max, I have a really important question. Is he single? Now, we learned yesterday, actually, yeah. By the way, Gene is completely on the nose. The captain is more of a supervisory role. Like, literally, like, Claire is in command of the entire spaceship, a space station slash spaceship. It would be funny if they were researching time travel. That would actually be really funny. I'm gonna put a little note here. Was it time travel? That would explain actually why Lemon would be there. But again, we don't know. Now I'm gonna do another dice roll. So from 1 to 100, 100, he is the singlest, most eternal bachelor of all time. He's a party boy. 100, he's married with a spouse and has kids, okay? He left his spouse back home, but let's just say that, you know, he's he might be with an 87, he definitely has a kid. He has a kid, maybe a spouse, maybe he's divorced. We don't know. I'm gonna actually write here that oh, but what if he's a widower? I think on that roll, a widower would have been like a 50, I think. You know, someone who was previously involved with that relationship, but not anymore. Right now, we're gonna say that he is currently involved with someone, and definitely has a kid. Has a kid, for sure. By the way, I think yesterday, it was Claire who actually brought the name Himiko, so I think we're actually just gonna lock that in, that Claire has a child named Himiko, and if I can type, Claire is certainly in a relationship, but also we're in space, so he could be polyamorous. I definitely don't see that as a problem. Also, I see what Alexander is doing. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't want to jinx anything, but definitely, you know, there's stuff happening for sure. Yeah. That was you. That was you, Glory. Also, Moontome's coming in with a really good point. Charlie said that Claire was a DILF. So he does technically need to have a child, which he does. So there we go. We're set with that. And now we know our characters. We know our cast of characters. So honestly, I think I'm gonna just switch the song because it's a little bit too upbeat for me. Oh, let's go. This is a good one. Okay, I know exactly how this story begins. Okay, so. It begins with a flurry of motion. We're seeing this from the point of view of Lemon, by the way. When Lemon comes to, they are running down a corridor of the space station. The lights on the sides of the metallic, chromatic corridor are flashing red. Everything is bathed in a red glow. Lemon is running down the hallway. They don't know why they're doing it, but they know they must do it because something behind them means trouble. As they run through, they catch a blur that looks like a person in an orange uniform. They go down a door. They stumble into someone about their height wearing a blue uniform who tells them to go into the escape pods. A explosion shakes the entire ship, and it's just as Lemon is reaching for the door to the escape pod, they see a shape just on the edge of their vision. A tall, broad-shouldered man with a purple uniform. The next explosion sends Lemon into the inside of the escape pod. They lock the door. They slam the button, and there comes a flurry of sound and movement as the escape pod shoots out of the space station. Through the little window, the little porthole, Lemon can see spaceship Phantom Unicorn engulfed in cosmic flame. Explosions of prismatic colors shooting out like spears of light in all directions. The different segments of the ship, the different segments of the ship, the space station, the different segments of it, as though little wings of a mansion exploding one by one. And as Lemon is shooting away from the space station, they catch little glinting stars, shooting stars in the distance. Other escape pods of other people who made it. There is a sinking feeling as Lemon's escape pod is slowly being sucked into the gravity field of the nearby planet, IC 9865, known as Ivory Forest, for its primary feature right in the center of the planet. Lemon's head is light. They feel nauseous. They feel as though they had just recently been punched right in the face, but they don't remember why. Everything is a blur, but the only thing that Lemon knows for sure Oh yeah, Glory asks, can maybe someone be able to like have visions? It's possible. It's possible. I think Lemon is gonna have a little bit of memory loss, so we could experience visions in that way for sure. But the only thing that Lemon knows for sure is that the moment where Space Station Phantom Unicorn explodes, is not what is supposed to be happening. This is not supposed to be happening. I do want to say, there might be more people who made it out of the escape pods. There's one more character. There is somebody from the operations team, which are the gays with guns. They wear red uniforms. We have not made them yet, because we're going to make them when we run into them. So there's one more survivor we have not been introduced to yet. A sleepy gay with a gun, I believe is how we describe them. The next few moments in Lemon's memory are a series of blackouts and blurs. They see the warning lights inside of the tiny little escape pod. Again, the escape pod is no bigger than a tiny closet, and they try as best as they can to strap themselves into the seat, or into the kind of like a wall indent where their body is supposed to go into. There's like little screens around them, all of them flashing warnings, and in between moments of full awareness and slipping into a dark slumber, they see the planet of Ivory Forest through the porthole of their escape pod. It is a large ice planet that has at the center of its enormous frozen landmass a pillar of ice known as an ice volcano. Unlike its name, this ice volcano is actually just made from constant waves of frozen water building upon one another, and the particular beautiful mirage of this planet's landmark has it gives notion to a forest of countless frozen ivory trees, spears of ice shooting up from the ground, building into an enormous tower right at the center of the world. Lemon, of course, cannot partake in this beauty as they black in and out of reality. They feel a sense of wrongness in them. This wasn't supposed to happen. They had a mission, but right now all they can think about is the fall. In coming in and out, the next couple things happen really fast. There's that sense of motion, almost like going down a roller, even exactly like going down a roller coaster. Just this constant sense of motion and the idea that it's going to end eventually, but it keeps going faster and faster. And Lemon closes their eyes as the blur of the ice world outside begins to quicken and grow closer and closer towards the ground. There is a tremendous impact. The little porthole in the escape pod is nearly covered with snow and frozen particles of earth. Lemon probably lays there. You know what? How long does Lemon pass out for? The higher the number, the more that Lemon stays out for. 45. Okay, I'm gonna say it's probably, so Lemon passes out from the impact, and I envision that it's probably, it probably feels like it was like days, but it was probably like an hour and like 45 minutes since Lemon was running through the corridors. Lemon comes to, finds themselves once again inside of this escape pod, and they notice that they managed to strap themselves in. Otherwise, there would have been a lemon-flavored slushy at the bottom of this escape pod. Oh, hey, Igor. Welcome back. We're doing some role-playing today. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Lemon, again, realizes that thank God they didn't actually just go splash at the bottom of this escape pod. And they reach out. And again, they're coming into their senses. And I almost envision them, they're wearing their yellow spacesuit. And their fingers tremble as they reach for the disengage lock. Or the disengage lock button on the side of the escape pod. thankfully, I'm actually really happy that we rolled this a while back. The planet of Ivory Forest actually has an atmosphere that is ideal, so we don't have to worry about opening the escape pod and then, like, you know, our lungs burning out, thankfully. So as the escape pod opens up, there's a rush of cold air. And you just like, kind of like, yeah, like the same, like almost like a backdraft, but it's just like cold air, and it fills the escape pod as the top of the escape pod pushes up against the snow and manages finally with a groan to open up into the open air. And I envision that Lemon takes off the straps that were keeping them in place. It staggers up onto this mound of snow where their escape pod landed, and they look around. And I would like to take a second and roll on the Ice World chart to see what we see as Lemon actually, you know, like they look around themselves, they look for a landmark. Let's see what we get. The immediate landmark is 49. Preserved carcasses! That's fun! So, okay, so I'm envisioning... Oh man, that's great. So, we were talking about how in this planet there is a liquid ocean underneath the ice sheet. So, I'm envisioning that some of those ice creatures might have actually gotten out through the ice caverns, which we also established before. So, there is... You know what, actually? Let me go to the creature. I just want a creature type. What kind of creature is frozen in there? The type of creature is a 19. 19 is... Oh, should have actually... Okay. It's a liquid creature. On a 19 is some kind of beast or mammal. I was actually picturing something like a... Not like a sea lion, but like some sort of like a seal. So, immediately as Lemon comes out... So, to me, I infer that we are actually near that area that has like a thick ice sheet, and underneath is just like a liquid ocean of sea monsters. And near some of these like broken like chunks of like ice, there are several like fully frozen like mammal-like monster like and creatures. I'm gonna say I don't have to roll. They're large. They're huge. They're probably like the size of like a grizzly bear. And you know, these are alien creatures. You know, they look slightly familiar because, you know, creatures across different planets share similar, similar properties, and yet these are completely alien, right? I don't know why I'm picturing like seals with like Cthulhu faces, but something like that. There's just these huge preserved just carcasses just laying about. And because there are carcasses, I am gonna assume that they're also like slightly torn apart, like something did this to these guys, which is not a good sign. It's not a good sign when you're like a sea monster, oh hell yeah. It's not a good sign when you're a sea monster living under a sheet of ice and then something just cracks a hole in that and pulls you out. So that's kind of the creature that we're having to deal with right now, by the way. So how long did I spend on this? Spend on what? On that spiel? That's coming off the dome, buddy. I just made that up. I just made that up. That's the power of writing, baby. I spent, we spent a little bit between, like, streams making the characters and stuff, but, like, all of this is just coming off the top of the dome, buddy. So, we find ourselves standing atop a mound of, like, broken ice and snow. Our escape pod is just behind us. There's some, like, alien seals torn up to pieces and preserved in ice. And all around us is a cold, unfair world. And I'm gonna say that in the distance, like far, 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 far away, we can see the foggy stature of that ice tower after this planet is named, the Ivory Forest. Now, this game is a game about quests. It's a game about making promises to yourself and to other people and attempting to fulfill them. It's a nice way to keep characters engaged and to have, like, a plot progression. Unlike other role-playing games where you're basically a bunch of random people going through dungeons, in this case, you're actually a person with missions. So, we're gonna begin this game as many Ironsworn games begin with swearing a vow. This is a promise that a character makes to themselves to complete a quest, and we're going to be, of course, swearing a vow to finding out what happened at the space station. So I believe that it should be under swearing an iron vow. When you swear an iron vow to complete a quest, write down your vow and give it a rank. Well, this is clearly going to be find out what happened at the space station. Find out what happened at the space station. Come on, buddy. You know I spelled that wrong. Just tell me. And this is definitely an epic quality quest. This is going to take a while for us to complete, but that's okay. And then you roll plus heart. Hell, Moontoms. Ooh, it's the name of the game. Rolls credit. Yeah, there you go. It's almost as though Sean Tompkin, creator of this game, had some like theme stacking elements. You swear iron vows, and the name of the game is Ironsworn. Get it? So we are gonna roll plus heart. And we don't have a connection or anything, so we're just gonna roll plus heart. Now, in this game, characters have attributes. The 5 attributes are edge, heart, iron, shadow, and wits. Edge represents speed, dexterity, your ability with ranged weapons. Heart is your ability to empathize with people, charisma in a way. Iron is strength, your power with melee weapons. Shadow is your ability to be a sneaky sneak who sneaks, and to steal and to lie. And wits is how smart you are. As you can tell, Lemon is a pretty smart fella. Their highest stat is wits. Their second stats are edge and heart. I envision them as someone who knows how to use a gun and is relatively quick, and someone, of course, this is a game about relationships. I wanted them to be able to communicate with people effectively. They're not strong and they're not sneaky, which is new for me because I usually play sneaky characters who love to sneak. So we're gonna roll. So the way that the rolls work in this game is that you roll a 6-sided die and add the value of whatever stat you're doing. In this case, we're going to add 2 to whatever we roll. And then you compare that against 2 10-sided die. Basically, you want to exceed the number of those dice. If you beat one of those but not the other, it's called a weak hit. If you exceed both of those dice, it's called a strong hit. And if you do neither, it's called a miss, and you're screwed. So, don't worry too much about the dice mechanic. I'm going to summarize it all for you. So, our heart gives us 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Let's go! Okay, so a 5 beats a 4 and a 3. That's a strong hit, baby! Let's go! On a strong hit, you're emboldened and it is clear what you must do next. Take +2 momentum. Let's go! Momentum is actually the thing that allows us to travel back in time, by the way. So we definitely want to build momentum as soon as possible. Also, by the way, Timberwolfie in the chat, hard to be sneaky when you're wearing bright yellow. Okay, yes, this is very true. This is very true. So, as for our quest to find out what happened at the space station, we're emboldened, and again, I like the game tells you, envision what happens next. So, what do I think happens next? I think that Lemon knows that the only way to find out what happened is to look for other survivors, and also to spend some time gathering information, so that they're able to restore their ability to travel back in time and rewind all the way back to the space station. And as they know that this is the course forward, they look up at the sky and they see shooting stars, but they know they're not shooting stars. It's other escape pods, one of which is landing. I'm gonna say, you know what, let's just roll for it. 1 to 100, the bigger the number, the greater the distance it is. 50. It's not that far away. It's gonna be a journey, but it's not gonna be that bad. So Lemon decides that the path forward is simple. I gotta go find more survivors. I gotta ask them what they know, figure out what went on at the space station, and then eventually rewind all the way there and prevent everything from happening. Let me take a quick sip of water. I'm just so excited. So, Lemon is not going to start walking just yet, though, because I think that we should do a quick inventory check, because I know And again, this is a solo RPG. You can cheat if you want. You can give yourself, you can start the game with a rocket launcher, Resident Evil style, but we're not doing that. The one thing that I want Lemon to have from the start is their handy voxel gun. It's not actually a gun. It's just, in my brain, it looks like a price scanner, and it's able to basically absorb matter and then convert matter into something else. It's basically a way for us to just Minecraft build things. So I'm gonna say that, Lemon checks their holster, and right there is their good and trusty voxel gun. Which thankfully, not damaged, it's still there. Perfect. Now, what I want to check if inside of that escape pod, are there medkits? Are there rations? Is there a gun there? And that roll is called... how dare you? Charles says, dang, I didn't know Lemon was a red mage. As in the red mages from my book, The Last Red Mage. And most importantly, says Moontomes, a blanket, yeah. So I want to see what we have there. So it's under, where is it? I'm looking for the move, check your equipment. Where is it? So in case you're wondering why I'm doing moves, so most RPGs, the rules of how you play the game are spread out over entire chapters, right? So let's say that in Dungeons & Dragons, if you want to know how combat works, you have to read the entire combat chapter, and you have to basically consume like 40 pages of notes in order to comprehend or to have a basic understanding of how combat works in that game. Oh my god, YouTube is so weird. I might be able to put the link later. I should actually just put the link like at the end where I'm like pimping everything out. But anyways, so the difference between those role-playing games and this role-playing game is that in this role-playing game, and any other games that use the Powered by the Apocalypse engine, the rules for how you do things are just contained inside of moves. These moves are, they have a name and they have a clear flag. For instance, the move called Check Your Gear, you only use this move when you check to see if you have a specific helpful item or resource. So the game is only 20, 30 moves, but that's where all the rules are basically. So whenever we want to check if we have something, we roll plus supply. Supply is one of the tracks that basically represents how well our character is doing. We have health, we have spirit, and we have supply. So we're gonna roll plus 5. Do I have a gun? Oh god, wait. 2 plus 7, no, 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 does not beat a 7 or an 8. So that's a miss. Misses are really bad. So on a miss, you don't have it, and the situation grows more perilous. Pay the price. Yeah, Muntum says that if you have a chatbot, you can actually have the links appear on a timer. But yeah, we'll see about that. So unfortunately, pay the price is another move. Let me find that it's right. Shouldn't it be on the suffer? It should be on the suffer, shouldn't it? Or am I? Is that an oracle? There's pay the price. There we go. So pay the price. When you suffer the outcome of an action, choose one. Make the most obvious negative outcome happen. Ask the oracle for inspiration, or roll on the table below. And no worries, Glory. Thank you for coming by. Hope you have fun. Excuse me? Is Pele actually dead? Oh, crap. Pele just died today. Wow. Sorry, / thank you for letting us know, Kwan. Rip to an absolute legend. So, in this case, one of the fun things with this role-playing engine is that when things go bad, depending on how you like to play the game, you can make it really, really bad for yourself. And one of the things that new people playing this game do is that they basically have the worst thing happen to their character every single time, and that's a really quick way to make your character die. Characters can die in this game very easily, very quickly. So I'm not gonna have the worst thing happen. Instead, one tip that I learned from another person who plays this game a lot is that instead of making the worst thing happen, make the thing your character doesn't want happen. And I think that instead of the escape pod explodes on our face or something. I think that the thing Lemon doesn't want right now is for the entire escape pod to be empty. And I think it's not just that we don't even have a real gun. There is also no rations, no medkit, and no blanket. No blanket. So all we have on us is literally the voxel gun. And actually, I want to take a second to like zoom in. You know, as Lemon is like digging around the containers inside of the escape pod, all of them are empty. Every single one is empty. Which, you know, to me, that just feels like, yeah, what a cold world indeed, no blankies. Yeah, so to me, I feel like that's an interesting sign that the escape pod and maybe the other escape pods were also completely just empty. So now having checked the escape pod and knowing and realizing that we have literally nothing but the voxel gun, I am gonna take a second. Now, one of the other lessons that I picked up from playing this game a lot is that even though there's a whole collection of moves you can use, you don't have to always have a move for everything. If nothing is at stake and you have all the time in the world, you can just have a thing happen with your character. I've always liked to think about it like this. If a thief who knows how to pick locks just has a lock in front of them, and they have all the time in the world and nothing is at stake, they can just open it. It might take them a week, it might take them, 25 minutes, but they'll get it done. Also, no worries, kitty. Go have fun with lunch. Yeah! Anyways, so, let me get some more water real quick. So, all of that to say that I'm gonna use the voxel gun to deconstruct the escape pod. Since there's literally nothing in the escape pod, I'm actually just gonna use the voxel gun. And the way that it looks like, because it looks like a price scanner, right? Except that I think it has like a canister on one side that contains like a compressed version of all of the atoms that comprised the thing previously. Now I think the escape pod is mostly made out of metal. There's definitely some like plastic-like material in there, some electronic parts, and as Lemon kind of aims their voxel gun at it, little by little, tiny little like cube-like particles begin to break away and get absorbed into the gun. You know, you're not entirely wrong. So, you know what? I'm actually, because I do think now that you bring that up, Timberwolf says gonna hear ice cracking at some point. So we are actually on the ice sheet. It's a relatively thick ice sheet, but I do think that since we do have a bit of a timer on, I will do a move then. In that case, I'm going to do the most classic move in this entire game called Face Danger. When you attempt something risky or react to an imminent threat. So I think Lemon's goal is to convert this entire escape pod into material so they can use it later. Oh my god, Timberwolf is so right. Kinda terrified that one of the escape pods hits the ground too hard and goes right through the ice. Ew! Yeah, yep. Because Lemon realizes that yes, indeed, the ice beneath them is starting to give that little like, or it's starting to give. It has that little crackling sound. They decide it's time to go really fast. They set the voxel gun to as fast as it will possibly go, and they face danger. And because we're using our wits, we're using our intelligence to deconstruct this escape pod as fast as possible, we're gonna roll plus wits, which is a +3. So +3. That makes it a 6. The 6 beats the 2, but not the other 6. You have to exceed it. You can't just match it. So that is a weak hit. So on a weak hit, you succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move. So the suffer moves are over here. So the game is asking us to suffer in one particular way. We can lose momentum, which represents that our character is doing badly plot-wise. Suffer stress, suffer harm, have a companion take a hit, have the ship take a hit. But you can also just have it be a narrative element. So the way that I want to read this is that instead of Lemon managing to convert 100% of the escape pod to materials, I want to say they only managed to transform 60. Not even like 75, like 60% of the material that was in the escape pod actually becomes materials for them. 60% of the escape pod. Now, what does this look like? I think that the way that this looks like is that Lemon feels the ice beneath them starting to give, and they're like very quickly like scanning the parts of the escape pod that are the most important. Electronical elements, metallic hinges, they don't need the big sheets of metal that protected and the heat sinks that protected the escape pod from the atmospheric damage. They want the tiny little pieces, so they literally grab like their price scanner looking gun and go beep 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 and like scan everything that they wanted to get. And it ended up being basically the interior of the escape pod, save for like the big like plates and heat sinks on the side. And just as they're jumping out of the way, the crack beneath fully like caves in like a sinkhole, and the remainder of the escape pod, literally just like the big plates and the heat sinks, sink into the water. And it's this deep, like dark blue water. And there's just this clear contrast between the chunks of ice, bleached, blinding white chunks of ice, and then the dark blue waters. And even from this vantage point, just at the edge of the sinkhole, Lemon can see shapes swirling under the water. And that's enough for Lemon to say, time to get out of here. So I'm going to assume that Lemon is going to turn in the direction of where they saw the nearest escape pod land. We got a 50 on that roll, which means that it's not a long journey, it's not a short journey either. So I think now a part of me would be like, let's just travel and see what we get along the way. But I definitely think that we are in an environment that is not safe. We literally have corpses of Cthulhu sea lions over on the side with like big T-Rex like bites out of them. I'm not saying there's a T-Rex going around, but I just envisioned like, Jurassic Park style just bites out of these sea lions / seals. So this is definitely going to be another phase danger. Our goal, and it's always good to begin a move by stating your goal out loud. My goal is to make it to where the other escape pod is. And now it's a... Muntum says, I'm also imagining the squirrel from Ice Age. This is completely fair. So let me go back to, there is in fact rules for traversing large distances. I'm not a big fan of traversing large distances in this game, so I'm not gonna do that, especially not right now. We might do those rolls if our goal ends up being to, traverse the entirety of this land. So once again, we're facing danger, and how do we want to solve this problem? I think for me, we want to move with speed. I'm envisioning Lemon, with their chunky spacesuit, literally just like running across like this field of ice and snow. So we're gonna roll plus H, which is the stat for speed. So that's a 2 plus a 5, that's a 7. That beats the 3, but doesn't beat the 8. That's a weak hit, baby. We take those. So on a weak hit, you succeed, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move. So now, in this case, the game is requiring that we pay a cost. We're gonna succeed. We're gonna make it all the way to where the other escape pod is. But I think that it is fitting for us to pay something. I'm gonna go to the pay the price move to get an idea. Because again, if you don't have an idea as to what should happen in the story, the game has lots of things for you to figure it out. So let's roll on the pay the price table and see what the game thinks we should do. It might help, it might not help. 45. Damn it! A new enemy is revealed. Gosh, doodly darn it. Gosh. Okay, everybody. Everybody lean back. It's time for us to make the creature that actually ate those seals. Okay, alright. Let me go over where the hell there's creatures. So we know that this is gonna be... Okay, so I don't know if it's a land or a liquid creature. So I'm gonna roll... I'm just gonna do like a 50-50, okay? If it's from 1 to 50, it's a land creature. If it's from 51 to 100, it's a liquid creature, okay? 89, baby! There's a creature from water! Okay, so you know that sinkhole that just opened up? Something's about to jump out of that right now. Just watch this. So now we're gonna create the creature. So it is a liquid creature. We're gonna roll on the oracle. What kind of creature is it? 20. The 20 means that we're back to crabs again, everybody. It's a crustacean or it's shelled. It's gonna be like the crab monster from Monster Hunter, just like a big lobster. So it's a crustacean and it's shelled. So before oh crab. Moontoms is killing me today. Oh crab. Holy crab. Can we make that a meme for the series? Holy crab. So, before we start describing the creature, I think that we should take a moment and establish the scene, okay? Because we've been running, okay? The way that I'm picturing this almost like, not like a Michael Bay movie, but you know, like those the white shots from like movies, you know? So Lemon is running. They are running over the field of snow and ice, and like you see this white shot, they're running towards the screen, and in the sinkhole that's in the distance, something emerges out of it, right? The ice breaks out, and there's a creature coming out of it, and it looks like some sort of shelled crustacean creature, and Lemon looks over their shoulder, and the first thing they see, again, the creature first look, the first thing they see is 2 antennae or sensory organs. Oh, I'm picturing like the weird like whiskers / antennas that lobsters have. That's what I'm picturing, you know? It has like the really like long and almost like a jointed like lobster like whiskers. Okay, so it has lobster whiskers and 4. It is armored. Yeah, no shit, it's covered in freaking plates. By the way, anyone else happy that we don't have a gun? Anyone else happy we don't have a gun, or just me? So this MFer, I'm actually gonna write this creature down here, by the way. By the way, yes, I did not forget about the land jellyfish, by the way. So Ice Lobster Maximus. By the way, if anyone has a better name for the lobster, please just hit me in chat right now. So it has antennae. It is armored. Apex predator. So the game wants us now to roll what its behavior is. I'm gonna roll, even though I don't think that I don't think we should. I'm pretty sure it's a hunter, but let's just see what the dice have to say. 79. 79 means that they are a protector. Oh, it's a territorial, buddy. Okay, you're right. You know what, buddy? You're right. We're in your land. It is territorial. You know what? I think I know why those seals got effed up. Anyone else think they know why those seals got completely destroyed and left out in the frozen wasteland? I think I know why. Now, we have not fought this creature yet. And I don't know if we're gonna fight it because let me tell you, we don't have a gun. And even though I would like to spend the turn, maybe, I don't know, making a spear with my voxel gun, I have the faint feeling that that's gonna be a bad idea. So I'm not gonna reveal what its secret power is until we actually fight it. So Lemon looks over their shoulder, and there is a giant blue lobster-like monster. Oh, actually, I didn't roll what size it was. Actually, I should roll the size. Actually, if it's small, I'm not gonna count it. I want it to be big. It's 58. 58 means that it's person-sized. Now I'm gonna give you one more. It's large size. It's the size of a vehicle. It's the size of a car. The size of a Humvee. Hell yeah. Also welcome Yazan. Also, they say hi. Also, I have no context, but I call every jellyfish monster a jelly maw due to chrysalis. Yeah, I get that. That's funny. Yeah, I know, we're fighting a giant. Well, we're we're not fighting nothing. Lemon doesn't have a gun, but out of the ice sinkhole where our escape pod went into emerges this enormous, not quite enormous, let's be entirely honest, it's large-sized. It's the size of a freaking car, and it's a lobster. It's long, it's covered in like thick blue plates, and it has like the kind of like flexile whiskers coming out of its like snout, like I'm picturing almost like an old-timey helmet, but you know, it's like a crustacean face. And this guy is immediately territorial and has spotted us in its domain. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to fight this thing. I don't think Lemon doesn't have a gun. Lemon would not fight this at all. So I think that it is time to face danger again and to flee for our gosh doodly darn lives. So we're going to face danger using edge, because we're running for our lives. Lemon looks over their shoulder, and then there's this huge lobster just charging towards them. And we get to do like the nice action movie, summer movie style, like, you know, I'm picturing Jack Sparrow running away from like a monster kind of thing. Yeah, I like Yasan being like, is it slimy? If so, use salt. Otherwise, good luck. Oh yeah, we need luck. So we're rolling +2. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Oh no, guys, this is actually bad. So, and it's also a double hit. Oh no. Also, Kitty's back and says, I'm back. Sounds a little effed. LOL. It is. There's a giant lobster monster coming after us, and I rolled a 3. So there's another thing, okay? If the dice ever match, it means that it's important. And now, I could burn momentum to be able to negate one of the... Actually, I only have 4 momentum. If I had 5 momentum, I believe I could negate both of them. So, things are about to get bad for everybody. So that's a miss. And on a miss, you fail, or a momentary success is undermined by a dire turn of events. Time to pay the price. So, now let's envision this. Our mission was to get away from the giant car-sized lobster. That was our mission. Our mission was to get away from it. We have outrightly failed. So the way that I'm envisioning it is that we're trying to flee, but unfortunately, this lobster, which I'm picturing has like centipede-like legs underneath its armor, this guy. Fun fact, I think this is actually supposed to be its environment, so little known fact, it knows how to navigate this place better than us and our 2 little legs, so it catches up with us. And now, I think this is a great time actually to envision how it attacks before we suffer. Let me go over here. I want creatures. So now that it's gonna attack us, how does it attack? Give me your revealed aspect, creature. Sorry, that's the wrong roll. It doesn't count. That was wrong. This is the right roll. 80 on the nose. Oh no. Nobody likes this word. It's a proboscis? Proboscis? Proboscis. Nobody likes this word.
Proboscis.
Proboscis is as described by Google, the nose of a mammal, especially when it is long and mobile, such as the trunk of an elephant or the snout of a tapir. I don't think I wanted to have that. So let's go with the other one, the inner jaw. So the way that I'm picturing is that the lobster, it's so funny that it's a giant lobster coming after us on episode 1. And, you know, it charges closer, and the helmet-like snout that it has cracks open to reveal, kind of like a spider, and it reveals. Oh my god, you're so right. But rip to anyone who's afraid of spiders, by the way. Kind of like a spider. Yeah, it does the thing where like the shelled like exoskeleton parts open. Maybe it opens like in an awkward way, revealing like a predator like mouth, like Predator the fictional alien, not anything else. So now it's time for us to pay the price. Let's go over to the move called Get Effed. It's right here, pay the price. So let's roll the dice and see what the dice think should happen to us. It's 8. No, that's actually 8. On an 8, you create an opportunity for an enemy. Yeah, I think it has an opportunity. An opportunity to, like, bite us in the butt. Yasun says, it's no tongue noodle thing. Spiders are cute, I shall not be silenced. You know, again, like, you know, if you like spiders, that's good. I'm just saying F to all the people who don't like spiders. So, let me take a quick sip of water. Maybe even, like, get up and stretch my legs. I have not done that. So, I think the most objective, literal way to, like, explain this is that we have given the enemy an opening to put us in its mouth. I feel like that's literally, and it makes sense. How, Lemon, why did you think you were gonna get away from this creature? So, the way that I envision this is that the lobster, you know, which I don't think it has, like, huge claws, but it has some sort of, like, grabby hand kind of thing, right? It's able, like, it gets so close to us, and again, it's already has its mouth open. It gets closer to us, and it manages to snatch us with one of its, like, claws, maybe, like, both of them. It's holding us with both claws. And it's bringing us closer to its mouth. And now, this is a great time for me. It's a great time to, like, stop, have, like, the JoJo, like, you know, to be continued meme pop on the screen while I get up and stretch my knee because it's actually bothering me lots. Hey, this is a great chance to hydrate. Everyone in chat, do some hydration. Also, Timber Wolfie, how dare you? Timber Wolfie says, there's a lemon flavored joke in here somewhere. There's a joke about, like, you know, how they give you, like, a, you know, a little wheel of lemon with your cooked lobster or something. And I think this might be time to actually, like, activate Lemon's ability for the first time. Although this is actually on a suffer move. I don't think pay the price doesn't count as a suffer move. So we're gonna see what happens next with the lobster. But if we're about to get chewed in the face, we are able to rewind back in time. So maybe it won't be that bad. Yasun says something don't be sour. I can practically taste the joke. I thought you mistyped and the original punchline was supposed to be I can practically cest the joke. Get it? Cest? Anyway. So, let's go back to I don't want to enter combat, by the way. I don't want to fight this thing. My job here is simply to get out of here and try to flee. Now, we can't secure an advantage. I think we're just gonna face danger. My issue is now that we are being held by the claws of a space lobster. Lemon is not particularly strong. They are quick. We might be able to, like, wiggle our way out. We're definitely not gonna talk to it. We're not gonna sneak. Is there a way that I can use my intelligence to outsmart it? Now, we can face danger with expertise, focus, or observation, and then be able to roll with wits. Oh, you know what? I think this is a perfect time to use our other trait, Master Investigator. Keenly adept to details, Lemon is able to look at any situation and absorb all the information around them, or at least they used to before the crash. So they're able to use their wits, this is hard here, but it's supposed to be wits, to basically take in all the details around them. So let's actually do that right now. As Lemon is being held by the grabby claws of the lobster, like, time slows down, and, like, Lemon's eyes open wide, and they do, like, the Sherlock Holmes thing, where they just absorb all the information around them rapidly. So in order to do this, we're gonna roll plus wits. So that's +3. Gosh darn it. So that's 3 plus 3 is 6, which doesn't beat a 7, doesn't beat a 9. That is a miss. We're having a bad time today. So on a miss, your digging reveals a troublesome motive or secret. Pay the price. Back to paying the price. So our digging reveals an unfortunate motive or some bad news. Now, I think, clearly, as Lemon is looking around for details, they get a bunch of confirmation that things are bad. Things are bad, real bad. They're being held by the grabby claws, which being quick wouldn't be enough to get them out of. They're being pulled towards the mouth of the beast, which is definitely covered in lots of gross things we don't want to deal with. And they are surrounded by ice and snow. There is no help coming, at least as far as we know. I mean, I would definitely love if someone showed up with a gun and just shot this thing. Me gesturing to the rest of the teammates who might have already crash landed. So we're gonna roll and pay the price and see what the computer, what the dice thinks should happen to us now. That's a 3, baby. An individual or community you care about is exposed to danger. Wouldn't that be me? Wouldn't that... Okay. An individual or community you care about is exposed to danger. Now, help me here, okay? I think it would be extra messed up if one of the survivors showed up attempting to help us and in turn got themselves in danger. Would that be fun? Does that sound like incredibly terrible for everyone involved? Does anybody like that? Because if that's the case, I think that's like a really clever, easy way to bring another character into the scene. Someone sees that Lemon is about to get eaten and attempts to save Lemon only to get themselves in trouble. Now, I'm seeing a yes from Benny, and honestly, it feels good. It feels good. It's also fun. So my question is, how do we want to do this? Do we just roll to see who it is? We could also, I mean, I don't want to have to make a new character because we made characters already, but like, you know, do we just roll for it? Do we just see? Do we just make it like a random table? You know, like. Timur says, whoever was in the near escape pod probably sees this, right? Probably, yeah. It's also likely that, you know, I mean, you know, the terrain isn't immediately flat. So I'm gonna say from 1 to 33 is gonna be Joy. From 34 to 66 is Trinity. And from 67 to 99, it's Claire. And if we get 100... If we get 100, new character. How's that? Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Especially, I like the idea that Trinity comes out with a gun. That would be like really funny. Joy wouldn't have a gun. Joy comes out with like a stick. And then probably Claire has a gun, but it's not a large gun. It's like a regular sized gun. Trinity has like a rocket launcher. And with 100, we get to make a completely new character. What do y'all think? A vacuum? Oh my god. Charles. Joy comes out with a vacuum. It's Luigi's vacuum from Luigi's Mansion. Mario. Alright, I'm feeling it. Let's roll. $97! Yo! He's here! Claire is here. Okay, it's Claire. Claire is the one. Oh, there he is. Claire is the one. Okay. So it's Claire. Okay, now question. You know what? This should also be chance. Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice again. This roll, we're gonna call... Does Claire have a gun roll? The lower the number... the less this gun exists, and 100 the most intense this gun exists, okay? So 100 he has a rocket launcher, on a 0 he has no gun, and he's charging. This man, he's such an alpha male. He's charging into battle with just like his bare hands. Oh, hey Lish. We're playing Gaze in Space. It's a role-playing game. And our main character Lemon has been attacked by a space lobster on their way to finding someone else. Yeah, Zero's that he has finger guns. Yeah, and they're being saved by the leader of the research station, who's on screen right now, Claire. And we're gonna roll to see how much gun does Claire have. He actually has a gun. With a 47, I'm gonna say this guy has like the equivalent of like a blaster pistol, I think. Question, and I want people to just tell me in chat right now, okay? Bullets or like energy weapon, okay? Are we in a sci-fi setting where like people have like blasters, or is he's got just a good old classic ballistics weapon? You know, it's literally just, you know, this might be like thousands upon thousands of years in the future, but he still has like bullets that he has to reload. Okay, now Lish makes a good point, and I definitely want to leave it open to have like, you know, bullets, but everyone is just saying pew pew, so definitely. So laser bullets, says Timberwolfie. Laser bullets. So we're gonna go with lasers. So now let's envision this, okay? Lemon is being gripped by both of the grabby hands that the giant car-sized lobster has, and it's pulling us closer towards his mouth. And then, like out of the corner of our like just as it's about to like bring us into its mouth, a red beam of light shoots right into the creature's face. Lemon looks over their shoulder, and there is this tall, like broad-shoulder, muscular man with dark brown skin. He has like braided dreads, like pulled off his face. He's wearing a purple uniform, and even if he wasn't, Lemon would know that he's a member of the research team because it's mother effing Claire. Dr. Claire, the leader of the research division, the guy who literally is the boss at the space station, is over there, literally unloading on this lobster, and is at this moment where the lobster actually drops off, because remember, the lobster is territorial. We roll that, and it has sensed a larger threat. It has sensed the Giga Chad is over there, like unloading on it, and Lemon falls down on the ground, the icy ground, and instead of feeling relief, they get worried, because Lemon's mission is to find out what happened to the space station and rewind back in time and prevent it. And if something happens to Claire, Benny says he's shooting, but he's also taking notes. Yes, he is. Even though he's clearly about to get tackled by this lobster, he's like, yes, this is exactly what one of these creatures would do. You know, he's already given it a scientific name. He's already like getting ready to publish a paper on it. But from Claire's point of view, this isn't getting saved. Lemon is like, now I have to make sure that Claire doesn't get killed, because isn't it convenient that the person who ran the space station that just got sabotaged managed to escape safely? Isn't that kind of strange? Oh, witty one-liners? Oh, for sure. For sure. So now it's time for Lemon to do something. The giant Alex says this sounds like a scene in Star Trek when Kirk has been exiled on that ice planet. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picturing in my head. Also, I haven't thought about that movie in a long time, I'm not gonna lie. So, we're back on this page. The blue lobster-like creature has now taken Claire as the target. Claire is carefully, like he's trained to shoot a pistol or something, is actually carefully aiming for the creature's face, shooting at its antenna-like whiskers, and attempting to blind it. But again, this is still a giant lobster coming for him, and the lobster, as we described earlier, has like centipede-like feet under its armored shell. So this guy is made to move on this like slippery ice and snow. We're not. We're just humans. So I think we are not immediately in danger, but someone else is in danger. I'm gonna do secure an advantage, which when you assess the situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. We have a chance right now. If I can make something, if I can build something using my voxel gun, I want to do something to stop the lobster from attacking and probably even killing Claire. I need to know what happened to what Claire was doing at the space station. So now, are we being speedy? Are we using our sociability? Are we being strong? No, we're doing expertise, focus, and observation. I like Kitty recommending an ice wall. I kind of like that. It's just May's ice wall from Overwatch. But let's see. I'm gonna do observation. I have a chance. That also Timberwolf is gonna like throw a snowball at it. That would also be kind of funny. So we're gonna roll. Plus wits. So that's a +3. Oh my god, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That's okay. It looks like we rolled like 6, 9, 9, but that's actually we rolled a 6, which +3 becomes 9. We overcome 1 6, but not the other 9. The dot is at the bottom of what the number should be, by the way, in case you have never read dice in your life. So that's a weak hit. That's good. We take those. We take those. It's also a match, so we should actually infer that to make it a more meaningful success. So on a weak hit, choose one. We can take momentum, or we can add 1 to our next move. I definitely think we add 1 to our next move. Although I guess, is it +2 momentum or just 1? God, I think I might actually want to just take 2 momentum instead. No, you know what? This is not the time to be a coward.
This is not the time to be a coward. It's the time to be a hero.
Alright, I'm gonna take +1. And... yeah, take +1, and I'm envisioning what's happening. So, we have a moment. We have one chance, okay? And the way that I envision that what Lemon is thinking, they're gonna make something with their voxel gun to prevent or to stop or to cause the lobster in some way to lose its track or something. Now, currently the way that I want to set up the scene for you, okay? The lobster is currently, if Lemon and Claire are 2 points in a line. Yes! The Proof of Hero, which is the theme of Monster Hunter, starts playing. Oh my god, I'm getting chills. I love that song so much. So, Lemon and Claire are 2 points in a line. The lobster is, I'm gonna say, like 30% of the way, okay? So we might be able to, like, do something, okay? Now, the voxel gun is able to create anything from what we have, and we have 60% of escape pod, so we might be able to make something. An explosive, maybe? I don't know. So, we have a chance to make something. We have a +1, which means we are even better at what we're gonna do. I think... I think... Ooh. I don't know what I think. Okay, we're definitely gonna face danger. It's the only way. So, what can we do to stop that lobster? A part of me is almost like... could Lemon consume enough ice with the voxel gun to forge an ice wall? That would have to get close to that. And a part of me is like, are we gonna do am I gonna launch a spear? I don't think so. What to do? Anyone got any ideas? I would like to take some ideas from chat while I get up and stretch my leg, because I've been doing this for like 40 minutes. I also love that we have such nice lo-fi tunes in the background. Okay. There is a lobster. You know what? It's almost as though this game was designed by people who know how to make games. So, here's the way that I want to do it, okay? So, sometimes it's better to just reframe what's happening than to get stuck, right? So, remember what I was saying, that like Lemon and Claire are 2 points in a line? That's not what's happening anymore. The way that I'm envisioning is that Claire is off to the side, and the lobster is basically like on the side of us, moving towards yeah, Lishandra, love lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax and kill a lobster too. Honestly though. Basically, I'm moving the lobster a little bit back so that we can actually do the ice wall that Kitty was saying. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna waste 60% of this escape pod, just throwing it at this lobster. So I'm gonna use Lemon's knowledge of the voxel gun and their ability to craft things on the go to absorb as much of the ice around them as they're able to, and then use the voxel gun to create a wall to basically cause the lobster to bonk into it. I feel like that is definitely dangerous enough to call it phase danger. So we're using wits +1, so we're gonna add +4 to this roll. Come on, this has got to work. That doesn't count. That was the wrong roll. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a 10. That's a 10, baby. Let's go. 6 + 4 is 10. That beats the 2. It beats the 3. On a strong hit, you're successful. Takes +1 momentum. All right, let's envision how this works, okay? Oh, this is so silly. Okay, so I want to envision it like this, okay? The lobster is skittering its way towards Claire, and Lemon, and I want you to the camera focuses on Claire for 1 second, and as Claire is taking mental notes and looking really cool, looking like Dwayne The Rock Johnson with a gun, and he's firing, bang, bang, or rather pew pew, pew pew, and his face, a shadow goes over his face as he looks over, and the person he just saved is running towards him, parallel to the lobster. I need to realize Lemon is running, the lobster is next to them, we're both going towards Claire, and Lemon manages to get enough room in front of the lobster to aim the voxel gun, and if you want to, in Fortnite style, a preview of where the wall's gonna be shows up, Lemon presses the part of the trigger that sets it to build as opposed to absorb, and this wall of ice pops right in the middle of nowhere, right in front of the lobster as it clanks right into it. Now, of course, Lemon didn't build any structure for this ice wall. I actually like this theme because it's actually kind of hilarious. So the ice wall is not connected to the ground or anything. So the lobster bonks its big long snout right up against the ice wall, and then it topples to the side as the ice wall also topples down. I kind of like how dumb that is. I like that Lemon is an ice wall, and then Lemon is I forgot to have the ice wall be bound to the wall, to the floor. So now it's just another ice sheet, a more biblically accurate ice sheet being on top of the ice sheet. And I like the idea that the way that I want to picture it, this almost feels like a scene from Trigun, that as the ice wall the lobster has just bonked its head, and we succeeded so hard. I'm confident saying this. The lobster bonked its head, and it's dizzy and stumbling, and the ice wall topples down, and it falls within a foot of Claire. And as the ice wall comes down, and there's snow fluttering everywhere, the snow / dust settles, and Claire standing there, putting his gun in his holster because he's just so damn cool. And Lemon finally catches up with him, and I don't think we have time for introductions. I don't think we have time to be oh hi, how are you? What's your name? I think we just start running together. I think. Now, unlike the previous scenario, where we had to roll when running because we were getting chased by a lobster, I think the lobster is disoriented enough. And actually, I'm not even gonna roll for it. I think, getting bunked out of nowhere by a wall and disoriented, I'm gonna say the lobster is retreating closer towards its actual den / that ice hole where it came out of earlier. And Lemon and Claire take this as a chance to just freaking flee. I think that this is actually the chance that we have right now, and we will have a moment to actually introduce to one another, literally in 2 seconds, but I'm not gonna roll to see whether the lobster gives chase. I think that you have to think about the fiction in this game a lot, right? You have to think about your character's ability to interact with the fiction, and I think at this moment the lobster just hit its head really, really hard, and we didn't kill it. The lobster will return in Endgame. The lobster may return later. maybe we will even befriend the lobster. I don't know. All we know about the lobster is that, you know, it's territorial. Truth be told, we were the baddies in this scenario, and we're not gonna roll to get away from here. But we are eventually. I envision that Lemon and Claire, you know, they give a silent nod to one another and they start running, and they're running in the direction of the escape pod that Lemon was chasing towards, which happens to be the escape pod that Claire came out of. And as both Lemon and Claire slow down near the mountain of ice, the amount of ice and snow created by the escape pod crashing on the planet, Lemon looks over their shoulder and sees the lobster, you know, leaping back into the water and disappearing from view. For better or worse, the situation with the lobster has ended in a draw. No winner this time, but we will see. I kind of like the idea of like the lobster coming back like the octopus from Final Fantasy VI, you know? Or like the pursuer from Dark Souls. It's just like this character just keeps showing up. But anyway, so as we have a chance, yeah, the victory theme plays. Yeah. Timberwolfie says, with the less amphibious monster, I would have suggested splitting the ice to make it fall. This lobster is so powerful for a first encounter. Also, befriending might be the option. Yeah, I like the idea that it's gonna show up again. I definitely want it to show up again. And as the Final Fantasy victory theme is playing in the background, we're gonna take a chance to start a new relationship. And this is called making a connection. When you search out a new relationship or give focus to an existing one, roll plus heart. So we're going to take a chance to actually introduce ourselves to Claire and connect with him. And we're going to do that by rolling heart. So that's +2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. We do not beat the 4. We do not beat the 7. Am I going to burn momentum just to like have a good start on this guy? Okay, so so you can burn momentum to literally remove one of the dice that you don't like. I'm mousing over the dice like you can see it. You can't see me mousing over that 4. So I'm unfortunately gonna burn all of my momentum. I'm gonna burn it by resetting it back to 2. I'm gonna negate that 4, make it a 5. And that means I have a weak hit. On a weak hit, as a buff, but this connection comes with a complication or cost. So we make a connection and we give it a rank. I think that Claire might be one of the hardest characters to connect with. You know what? They might all be hard to connect with, honestly. Connection. Oh, you can't see mousing. You can see me mousing over the dice. Holy crap. Holy God, that actually kind of works. Yeah, and also, Benny is so right. I mean, we gotta make a good impression on the Claire. So, connection with Claire. I'm gonna say, let's just call it, I think, is it dangerous? I think it's dangerous. No, let's just, what this means is that basically, we advance very slowly on this bloodline. Lyshandra says, of course the guy I find vaguely attractive is an emotional wall, Lamau. If I had a nickel, I know, right? Gosh, we have all been there. So we make a connection with him, and you move closely. Yeah. And now whenever we make a roll associated with their connection, we can take +1/+1. So I envision that also it's actually a great chance to actually reveal character elements. So let me actually go find the character table real quick, because there's like oh shit, oh crap, we gotta actually like roll character disposition and stuff. So let's say that we haven't revealed like any like specific stuff from, you know, like this literally like the last thing you reveal is like a character's goal. Oh, Yasun says that they had to leave since their last comment. So the lobster chased us for a while. Claire showed up with a gun and was shooting at it, making himself a target for the lobster. Lemon was like, holy crap, no, I need to talk to you. I gotta save you. And Lemon built an ice wall for the lobster to bunk into. And we have since fled. The lobster will return. I feel like round 2 with the lobster is gonna happen someday. Again, I love the idea of the lobster just coming back as a recurring villain. Also, the lobster's territorial. We're the baddies. We're like, you know, that lobster, you know, this is its turf. You know, if someone walked into my house, if someone's skate pod landed in my house, I wouldn't be particularly happy about it either. So, let's learn a little bit more about Claire. So, on first appearance, what is Claire like? 52. Imposing. Let me just. I mean, like, is this the most, like, duh? Grand and impressive in appearance. Well, yeah. Yeah, he's imposing. Yeah, he's imposing. Even more so, he's so beautiful. He's like a freaking model. Also, Yasan, next time on Dragon Ball Z, Cyborg Lobster. Yo. I was thinking we could also, like, befriend the lobster. We give it, like, a cybernetic arm. That would be dope. So, right away, he's imposing. And what does he feel towards us? What is his disposition? I'm kind of hoping that, like, we get something really funny. So, how does he feel about us? That's 93, buddy. 93 is threatening. Okay, he's a little threatening. I don't think it's like he's like in a bad way. I think it's mostly because he's just so imposing, you know? He's just so good looking and he has so much authority around him that he's kind of speaking to us like what we are. A lowly member of the engineering team. By the way, can I say that we were like 2 points away from it being hostile? Can you imagine what this campaign would be like if the first NPC we find is hostile towards us? Threatening. Also, treats us like a member of the crew. No, treats us like a worker. So, now let's envision what this conversation looks like now that we know. So, as soon as we have a chance to catch our breath just outside of the skate pod where, Claire jumped out of, Voxel introduces themselves, or, you know, I think Voxel first thanks them, even though Lemon is the one who, you know, saved Claire, but whatever, it's fine. Lemon is like, you know, Lemon says, by the way, thank you for the help. Oh, Lishandra says, gotta go, but enjoy. Oh, no worries. Thank you for showing up, Lish. It's always so nice to see you. Lemon first thanks Claire. Lemon says something to the extent of, thanks for the help back there. Thanks for getting a little spicy back there. Lemon kind of points a thumb back in the general direction of the lobster hole. And let's be entirely honest, Lemon is not gonna be like, oh, and who are you? I think it's very clear for Lemon that, you know, no one has to introduce Claire. It is Dr. Claire, literally the person running the spaceship, and Lemon kind of, you know, looks at them, flashes them a genuine smile, because I feel Lemon is a genuinely good person, at least until, I don't know, later when we find out that we're actually the bad guy all along. I don't know. Lemon goes, thanks for the help, Doc. And can I say that I'm just very relieved to know that, you know, you've made it out of the space station safe. And it's at this point, you know, again, Claire is imposing, and he's treating us like a worker. And he returns the gratitude. He says, you know, well, I sure am glad that I had a member of the engineering team. Like, we're not even a person, okay? This guy's just like, oh, yes, I'm happy there was a yellow suit. Like, no, a yellow shirt. You know, like there are like red shirts in Star Trek? Well, I sure am glad we had a yellow shirt here to take care of this. You know, he kind of gestures in the general direction of the ice wall. That was a clever little trick right there. How you pulled that off so quickly. Of course, I could have taken care of that creature all on my own. I was staggering my shots, simply to study its biology, but nonetheless, I appreciate the help. In fact, I suspect that we're about to become quite familiar together, seeing as how we're stranded out here together. Claire kind of looks around, and so does Lemon. as to what they're looking for isn't so much shelter, rather, I think they're both looking for signs of other escape pods. As Claire quickly gives up on this task. Timber has a really good comment, but first Charles says, gonna head out to get some food and also sleep, because I didn't get any last night. Oh, crying face. Have fun, y'all. Good luck with the RPG, Max. Aw, thank you, Charles. Thank you so much for coming. It's always so much fun to see you. Take care, friend, though. Timber Wolfie says, he rushed to help, but is kinda not the friendliest. Hero Complex or potentially Sundere? Place your bets. Honestly, though, honestly, it definitely feels like a toss-up, you know? I wonder, I guess that would be Hero Complex, you know, the idea that he feels like he has to be the one to save everyone. Possible. I don't know. Maybe. So, while Claire is... Claire quickly gives up on looking for another trail, maybe because they already know where it is, or alternatively, because they're more interested in finding out what's inside of their escape pod more thoroughly. I'm gonna assume that as soon as they landed, they saw what was happening and went to help. Meanwhile, Lemon is actually standing on like a tiny, like a little pile of ice and snow, and like really packing the snow just to get themselves a little extra height. I think Lemon is like probably like 6'6", 6'7", kind of like my height, I feel. And they're looking in all directions. I'm not gonna roll. I don't feel like I need to roll to see if we find something. I'm gonna assume we find another escape pod. We're gonna find another escape pod nearby. The question is, how far away is it? The dice say 27. That's my lucky number. Not that far away. I'm gonna envision that the way that it works is that Lemon is standing on tiptoes, literally trying to get as much of a view as they can, and they see. I feel like I need another. Give me another feature of. Yo, is it time for descriptor and focus? Let's go. So there's actually more involved oracles, which are the random tables. So I want to create a landmark, some sort of like, because right now this area is all just ice and snow and ice sheet, and I want something in the horizon to guide us towards the escape pod. So we're gonna roll a descriptor and also a focus. So that will give us an idea of like what kind of thing we're looking for. So the first answer is 24, which means corrupted plus 76. Corrupted but plus ship. Yo! Oh my god. Okay. There's a corrupted ship. To me, this tells me a ship crashed here a long time ago. Not like a big ship. I think it's probably like the equivalent of like a small, like, not raider ship, but like, I think they call them like space yachts, basically, like kind of like a 3 to 4 person craft, mostly for transportation purposes. Holy crap. Yo, isn't there like a spaceship roller? Don't they have a spaceship rolling table? Yo, okay, you know what? Let's roll some dice. So there is an abandoned, frost-covered spaceship in the distance. And I want to see what kind of course, it's not operational, by the way. I want to make it very clear. This thing is corrupted. It's not operational. I like Timberwolf is saying space wreckage. That also kind of works. But let's see what kind of ship wreckage it is. Again, this is not operational. We're not gonna be repairing this and using it. Yo, I kind of like that. Benny says, oh no, what if the corruption is hazardous waste from the ship? That's really interesting. Now, the type of ship it is 34. 34 means that it's a hunter ship, a stealthy attack ship. Yo! Was this part of what happened to the space station? Maybe not. This ship might have been here for a while. Let me do an oracle roll real quick. For how long has this spaceship been here? 0 means that it's been here for no time. This was like here like before. If it's 100, it's literally like it's been here for like 1,000 years. 65. This is an old ship. This is an old attack ship. Kind of almost like a TIE fighter kind of thing. But feel free to envision something like an X-Wing or a TIE fighter. This is an attack ship. It's very small. And upon first look, we immediately know that this ship is... Ooh, did you see the way that dice was spinning? 83. It has a scarred hull. Okay, yeah. This thing blew up and just crash landed on here. Okay. Is there anything? You can also even roll what the ship's mission is. Holy crap. Oh, the ship's name. Oh, let's roll on the ship's name. I need to know what the ship's name is. We won't find out just yet, but I wanna know. 74. The ship's name is Shattered Siege. Ooh, let me write that down. Found a corrupted attack ship called Shattered Siege. Oh my god, that's funny. We won't know the name of it just yet. But that's cool as heck. All right, so the way that I envision this is that off in the distance, as Lemon is standing on their tiptoes trying to figure out what's going on, or trying to find something close to the escape pod, they see in the distance. It's almost like seeing like the carcass. It's like seeing like the bone remains of like a creature that has been picked clean by vultures, except in this case, it's not a creature, it's just... Maybe for a second, Lemon thinks that it's like animal remains again, but it's larger. And the angular shapes, it doesn't really make sense, and it's not until they look at it, they stare at it in the distance for a little bit longer, then they realize this is a ship. It's an old ship. This is old make. People don't make ships like this anymore. It's hard, it's angular. It has that like X-wing thing where like the lasers are on the very tip of the wings. Let me tell you, bad design. Don't have your weapons literally be on like the easiest to break point of your ship. That's bad. Anyway, so it's an old angular ship, and it's like covered in frost, and it's like scarred. It definitely look. It has like those like black scorch marks near the hole where it's all broken up. Now, we know that this is corrupted, so I am holding zero hope that this ship is like fitting enough for us to like get in and spend the night, but that's definitely a nice landmark. Now, I'm gonna roll a D100 to see what Claire found inside of his escape pod. He already pulled out a gun, so maybe he has a good escape pod. 96? Holy crap! Yo! We over here pulling nothing out of our escape pod, and freaking Claire has like the first class of he has the penthouse suite of escape pods. Holy crap! Y'all seeing this? 96. So you know how we came out of our escape pod and we had like nothing? So by the time that Lemon turns around, Claire is emerging from the escape pod, and he has like a backpack. He has a pack, and the pack is full of like first aid and ammunition, and I'm gonna assume, and blanket. There's lots of blankets. There's blankets. Oh, hey Glory, welcome back. So here's what you missed on Glee. Lemon had a fight with a giant blue lobster. They were partially saved by Claire, who showed up with a gun, and Claire, Lemon was able to stop the lobster by making it bonk into an ice wall that Lemon created. The lobster fled or retreated. The lobster will come back. I can feel the lobster will be a recurring enemy. And now Lemon and Claire are standing by Claire's escape pod. And while Lemon's escape pod had nothing in it, Claire's, strangely enough, I'm gonna write that down, by the way. Claire's escape pod was full of stuff. I'm talking about he's coming out of... He came out of it with a backpack full of like rations and blankets and bullets. Yeah, also, by the way, Timberwolf says, Claire is really the protagonist of a different story. Yeah, a story that he wrote. Yeah. He does seem like the kind of person who's like, oh yes, on my travel to Alpha Centauri, I was the sole survivor of our crew. It was a dangerous expedition, but I emerged victorious all by my lonesome. And then you look back at the actual what happened, and I'm not saying that he murdered everyone on that space station, but whatever. But all I'm saying is that he seems like the kind of person who would like retroactively, rewrite history. Nonetheless, I mean, and again, the dice are the ones telling us what's happening, and again, who's to say? Maybe Claire just got lucky and had a escape pod full of good stuff. We should not be drawing assumptions. So, what's going to be happening next, I think, is that Lemon and Claire, having joined forces. Of course, Claire kind of treats us like we're a worker because, I mean, surprise, surprise, he was the person running the ship, and we are just a yellow shirt. So he's treating us kind of like we're a member of the crew, which we are. Let's be entirely honest. And we have decided that we're gonna go gather the other survivors, the other people who made it out of the space station on the escape pods. And I think we're gonna travel over to. By the way, Lemon just saw in the distance an abandoned, old, corrupted spaceship near one of the escape pods. So Lemon and Claire are gonna spend a little bit of time walking in that direction. I don't suspect. I mean, God, is there gonna be a second lobster encounter? I'm gonna just do an executive decision here, and I'm gonna say that Lemon and Claire managed to make it to the ship without getting attacked by another lobster. In part because we already did that, and also in part because we learned from our notes that though that lobster is territorial, and it wouldn't make much sense for there to be two different territorial lobsters within like walking distance of one another. Clearly, if that was the case, they would have murdered one another. So I'm gonna assume that lobster kind of controls this whole domain over here. So I'm gonna say that Lemon and Claire probably spend like a good, like, I don't know, 20-25 minutes just walking in the direction of the spaceship. During this time, I think Lemon is trying to start conversation, just try to get some, not ask questions. Lemon is not gonna ask questions right away. Oh my god, Timber Wolfie asking the good questions. Are weather conditions a concern? This is very true. So when we rolled up the world, we stated that this world is perpetually covered in like a Silent Hill fog, but I like to think that it isn't at this moment. There is a point in the day when the sunlight is eventually gonna make all the fog go away. For this opening section, I'm not gonna worry about the weather. Mostly because we just got out of like a spicy situation. So I think, although I recognize your point, and I think I'm gonna put it in the back of my head. The fog is gonna start rolling in any minute now. But at this moment, I don't think it's a problem. So as Lemon and Claire are walking towards the abandoned spaceship and the escape pod that is nearby, Claire is not trying to ask questions. Again, they're a master investigator, but they're not literally gonna be like, hello, person in chat with a really long Russian name. Hello. So what I was saying is that, Lemon is not going to immediately start just asking questions like, where were you on the night of the 25th? Where were you? Do you recognize this bloodied photograph? Sir, may I please have your shoe print just for reference? Clearly we're not going there right away. You're just having casual conversation, and I'm gonna roll dice real quick. I know he's imposing, he's treating us like we're a worker, but I wanna know, we are in a survival situation. Is Claire just a little opening to us? Is he treating us a little bit like we're a human being? I'm gonna roll a die. It's a D100. The higher the number is, the more he's treating us like we're a person. If it's a 0, he has put us in it's not the friend zone, it is the worker zone. It is the employee zone. He's putting us in the employee zone where he looks at us only as though we're employees. If it's 100, he's opening up to us and he's seeing us like a human being and maybe a potential friend. 44, that's progress, baby. 44 is progress. We take those here. Okay, so 44 means that he is slightly opening up to us. I don't think we're joking. I don't think he's going to tell us about the time that he, visited the stars of Uranus. That wasn't meant to be a joke. It just kind of worked out like that. So he's not going to be telling us about his family trip. He's not going to tell us about his kid. But he is going to just open himself up a little. We're definitely, I definitely feel like, let's be entirely honest, his spaceship just crashed. Everyone on there, which I'm going to say... I'm gonna roll the dice. The higher the number, the more people that were there. 34. There were quite a few people. I'm gonna say we had probably like 100 people on staff. It wasn't like the Enterprise where they had like, 10,000 people on the spaceship. But they definitely had like a large crew, like 100 people or so. And, most of them are dead now. Most of them are necessarily dead. So, I'm gonna say that so far, at least, per his experience, only 98% of the people on the ship have died. So Claire is hoping that maybe he finds more company. That's why he's opening up to us. He recognizes that even though, yes, he's the boss, he is our boss, he's the one signing our paychecks, he's got, beggars can't be choosers. He's gonna try to enjoy Lemon's company and maybe grow a little bit closer. That's the way I'm reading it. Now, it's time for another roll. Who do we find emerging from the other escape pod? Now, I want people to tell me, okay? Would you guys like the idea that this escape pod could be empty, or there might be like, I don't want to just say like a corpse inside. I guess that's not a really fun thing to roll for, huh? Let's just not do the thing I wanted to do. If we roll 1 to, let's say, 50, the person in that escape pod is Joy, which is our lovely boy in orange. If it's, let's do 48. If it's 1 to 48, it's Joy. If it's 49 to 98, it's Trinity. And if it's 99 or 100, this is a completely new character. Because you gotta keep it spicy. You gotta keep it spicy. So I'm gonna roll the dice. Who is the person? And, as Claire and Lemon are approaching the corrupted old spaceship, they see the escape pod, just barely managed to miss it. If it had just been like off by a couple degrees, it would have crashed right into the spaceship and likely murdered whoever was inside of it. And the escape pod is again in the middle of this like crater of ice and snow, and is standing near this mountain of ice. And the escape pod is 68, baby! That's Trinity! Trinity's in there! Our medical team leader has joined the party. Oh my god. Timberwolfie says, very worried one of the escape pods will have frozen shut and need help too. Honestly, I hate to say it like this, but that seems like a Joy problem. That feels like something that Joy's gonna have to deal with. Hell yeah, Timberwolfie. I'm happy you're having fun. So, now, I need to know what does it look like when, oh, there she is on screen right now. When, I almost feel like, I wonder if, is Trinity so business? Is she such a girl boss that, like, she's not, like, sitting down, she's just, like, she's literally, looking at the spaceship or pulling out things out of the escape pod? Or is she actually, like, stopping to, like, sit down and, like, take a breather? Okay? I want people in chat to help me. Is Trinity girl bossing so hard that she's already like figuring out what to do next, or is she taking a moment to breathe? Maybe not meditating. I'm not saying she's like, shell shocked or something, but I feel like I need some input from chat. Is she girl bossing right now? Muntums comes in at saying she's taking a breather, which I also see. Like, I kind of see her just, like, sitting by the side of the escape pod. Like, hands on her knees kind of thing. She MacGyvered it. Now, Yasin is hitting me with a little bit of both worlds, which I kind of appreciate. So, the way that I'm going to intertwine this is this, okay? Check this out. As Lemon and Claire walk closer to the escape pod and the crater of ice and snow, they notice that the person sitting there is a member of the medical team. She's wearing a toothpaste blue colored spacesuit, and this woman is actually quite still. She's sitting by the pile of snow and ice, and even though her body is still, her hands are actually moving. She is sorting through what appears to be the contents of her escape pod, casting the useful things on one pile and the useless things in another pile. She looks a little tired. She looks as though as though something terrible just happened to her. I think it might have been the spaceship crashing or the spaceship getting sabotaged. But there's an essence of not carelessness, but being mentally checked out. You know, it kind of like, honestly, the way that some people who go through nursing school kind of like move around. You know, like I'm just going through the motions here. You know, apparently I have to work for 48 hours today, so I'm just gonna be going through the motions. So in this zombie-like state, she's still controlled and focused. You know, even though her body is tired, she's sorting through the pile of stuff that was in her escape pod. There's a nice little pile on the snow of just medkits and medical equipment that she has scavenged from the inside of the escape pod. And over on the other side, carelessly strewn about is like military equipment. I think it's military equipment. I envision a pistol, an actual ballistics pistol, which is rare, by the way. A pistol with actual, like, there's like a couple bullet magazines on the side, just completely discarded. Which again, how do we read this? You know, why would her escape pod have that? You know, again, you don't pick your escape pod. It's not like Lemon went into the escape pod labeled for Lemon. But again, what was that stuff doing there? They're just cast to one side. There's also some other, like, mechanical equipment off to the other side. The only stuff that she's keeping is the rations and the medkits. Now, as we approach her, I think is vital, absolutely of the utmost importance to make a connection with her. Claire wishes his spot had such cool stuff. I mean, like, he got good pulls, honestly. I mean, it's always easy to be like, oh man, I wish I gotten that rare Charizard shiny card, but his pulls were good, honestly. He got good pulls. So Lemon is Claire doesn't immediately approaches the medical leader, Trinity. It is Lemon, actually, the one who approaches first, and Lemon is going to try to make a connection, and you do that by rolling Heart. So Heart is 2 plus 2. 3 becomes 5. Is that an MFing 6 and a 9? Excuse me? Oh yeah. You know what? That's a miss, baby. That's like a miss in like the worst way possible. By the way, yes, our roll was 6-9 or 9-6 if you want to think about it that way. So on a miss, you don't make a connection and the situation worsens. Yes! It's so true to life. Anyone ever tried to talk to people at a party? Woo! Alright, okay, time to go pay the price. Things get worse. Oh man. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the chat to get to that point. Oh yeah. You ever just walk up to someone and then Lemon walks up to Trinity and like the interaction that happens is so bad that Lemon is like, okay, I wish I had never opened my mouth. So pay the price. How are things gonna get worse? And again, once we know this roll, then we can infer what actually happened in the scene. 70. You waste resources. I'm actually gonna, because resources, I think this implies that we're gonna lose supply, but I don't think that's accurate. I'm actually gonna just simply I'm gonna lose 1 unit of spirit. I think after all that happened, spirit, by the way, represents like your emotional energy, your ability to engage with people, and also your mental acuity. So I think it's accurate for Lemon to just take a hit to spirit and feel a little hopeless, just a little bit hopeless. Again, Lemon is a trained investigator and someone who is very good at their job, but still, even in this, I guess it's a little surprising to them that even in this dreadful situation, someone could still be a bit of an ass, I guess. So now let's envision how this works, okay? So Lemon walks ahead. Ooh, Benny. Benny, I was gonna say my man, but I don't know what your pronouns are. But just for the sake of hilarity, my man. Benny says, maybe they try to open one of the kits and it spills everywhere. Benny, you got me. I love that. I love Lemon just completely messing it up. yucking it up. So the way that it works is this. Lemon walks up to Trinity and says something to the extent of, I'm so happy to find another survivor. Here, let me help you with that. Perfect, Benny. My man, my they, my fellow non-binary pal. So Lemon says, I'm happy to find another survivor. Yes. Yasun says, yes, when life kicks you while you're down. That's this game. My person. I love Moontomes. Thank you for the idea. My person, my human. This whole game is like life kicking you down while you're down. That's literally what this game is. Things are like, again, you saw it. We were getting chased by a blue lobster, and then we were almost in its mouth. And then when someone comes in to save us, now we have to save them. It's great. I love this game. So Lemon approaches Claire, says something to the extent of, I'm so happy to find another survivor. We thought we were the only ones. Here, let me help you with that. And as Lemon reaches out to grab like the medkit container that that Trinity is about to sort through, like Lemon like their hands slip, and the container opens up and it spills everywhere. You know, there's like little vials and like little like measurement thingies and rolls of gauze getting wet on the snow. Containers of pills, it just strewn about everywhere. And, you know, Trinity, for the first time in this whole interaction, she looks up at Lemon, like death stares right into their pupils and says, thanks for nothing. And doesn't even let us like help. Like she just like doesn't like quite shoves us, but she like does the, you know this, some people do this, you know? They have this ability to just like excel an aura around them. So Lemon just feels themselves pushed outwards by Trinity's just aura, and Trinity goes about picking things up. As she's picking things up and Lemon is standing there on the side, having that like anime death face where like there's a dark shadow across your eyes, you know that face. Claire walks up to Trinity and goes, well, if it isn't our medical lead, good to see that you made it out of there as well. And I think Trinity, like, at first doesn't respond, because Trinity's just like, oh, yes, great, we're stranded on this planet, and now we're gonna die on this planet. Great, this is great. This is exactly how I wanted to spend my time. I'm really happy that I spent so many years, you know, working in this goddamn job so that I could get a pension and move to a tropical planet and spend the rest of my life in peace reading romance novels. But no, someone had to sabotage the space station, and now I'm here, and we're gonna die. That's exactly that. I just soul read her. I just soul read her character. Also, oh my god, Timber Wolfie, you're killing me. Timber Wolfie says, guess the planet just got a few degrees cooler. Oh my god, it's so true. It's so true. So after Claire clearly injects himself as the leader of the group, the leader of the bunch, I feel like Trinity says something to the extent of like, it's like, survivors? What survivors? Survive what? This planet is a dead end. I wonder if there was a moment where, you know, maybe we get like a tiny little flashback, where the leaders of all of the different groups is standing around like the Power Rangers, because everybody's wearing like a different color uniform. And they're talking about like the planet that they're like, you know, passing by, or they will be passing by, and everyone is like, oh yeah, I see 9863. I see 9865. Oh yeah, that's a dead end right there. It would suck if you like got stranded on that planet for any reason. And I imagine like Claire in that flashback being like, there might be something worth studying there. And then everyone, they don't laugh because you don't laugh when Claire is talking. But people are like, oh yeah, there might be something there. Let's never go there ever. As that flashback finishes and Claire and Trinity are looking at one another, aware that they have kind of had this conversation before, I think Claire takes the leading position. I actually kind of like Claire being the leader and Lemon kind of, you know, trying to push their own agenda on the side. But definitely, Claire is like, well, the first thing we should do
is that we should gather our resources and attempt to create shelter for now. Trinity, are you aware of any other escape pods landing nearby? There were quite a few as we were descending, breaking through the atmosphere.
Because you know this MFer was awake the whole time. He didn't pass out. He didn't black out like a normal person would. He's too good for that.
But I'm concerned.
Yasun says, so the happy-ish one, the depressed one, and the rich one, this is a recipe for either character growth or complete mayhem. I love that. I love that. So Claire says that,
I am uncertain as to any of the other ones made it, but we should at least try to gather up with whoever is nearby. So, Trinity, did you see anyone else?
And now I think, for the sake of story, I think Trinity definitely saw another escape pod. But I think this one is a little bit further away. Let me just roll on the dice. How far away is this other escape pod? Okay, 51. I'm going to say that it's definitely about the same distance as Claire's was from Lemon, because that was also like a 50-ish roll. So this should definitely be like a 20-ish minute walk. I need a planet side. I need a Ice World feature. You know what? I'm changing it up. I'm going to draw a feature from a different planet just to really spice things up. So, Joy's escape pod is near a feature that would be something prevalent on a 52. 52 is a Jovian world. Okay, I'm listening. So, what kind of feature is it? Please don't just be gas. Radiation fields! Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay, so you know what I'm picturing? I'm thinking, what if the Aurora Borealis happened on the ground? That's what I'm picturing. So, here I was, thinking that we were gonna have like a nice chance to like slow down and like wind down the session. No! Because Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, in this part of the country, centralized entirely within your ice planet? Can I see it? Nope. Alright, sorry, that was my rendition of the greatest piece of theater ever written by an American author. So here I thought that, we're gonna like wind down, we're gonna like dig around the derelict spaceship and, do something. No! We gotta go save Joy because his skate pod is in the middle of a toxic wasteland that looks like the Aurora Borealis, except it's toxic. So, let me just write that down real quick. Joy's... Oh, by the way, I forgot. Yeah, we didn't even make a connection with Trinity. Holy crap. We don't even know. Like, literally, like, if you looked at, like, our social link screen, there is nothing. It's a blank page. We know nothing about her. Joy's escape pod is in a radiated field of Aurora Borealis. Also, I'm gonna be right back because my cat wants to exit the room. In a strange turn of events, my cat, who loves listening to me talk while it naps, decides that he would like to leave. So let me just go kick him out. Also, by the way, a great chance to, get up, stretch your legs, drink some water. Could someone please just, like, drop, like, the hydrate icon on the chat, please, for me? Thank you. And actually, let's go. Muntum says hydrate or die straight. Oh my god. It's so true though. It's so true. Actually, I see that Kitty is actually in the chat, and before she tells me that I gotta get up and take an actual break, I'm actually gonna get up and take an actual break. Okay, so I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. It'll be like 2 minutes. So everybody get up and fill up your water bottles, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, hi, Dom. Nice to see you. First time on the stream or just lurking? We are playing a role-playing game today. We have a little bit of time left, and I definitely want to get some. I want to get some more role-playing done. No worries, Timberwolfie. Timberwolfie says, "All right, someone send an ice pick into space for these people." Honestly, I don't suspect we're gonna be, I hope we don't have to worry so much about, climbing an ice mountain. But definitely, this environment is definitely not helping our characters.
Previously.
Lemon, Claire, and Trinity all three of them had finally gathered. We failed to make a connection with Trinity, so we know nothing about her just yet. And we have decided that we're going to navigate to the nearest escape pod, which is about 20 to 25 minutes away. It happens to be in an irradiated field that looks like the Aurora Borealis, but it's happening on the ground. So I'm excited for that. We're going to have to figure out how to save Joy, which is the lovely boy on the orange uniform you keep seeing on the screen. But first, I think that before we do anything, I do think we should take a chance to inspect that spaceship. So, I think, you know what, I'm gonna roll with the Oracle, because I think Lemon is gonna ask Trinity if Trinity already, searched through the spaceship, because, it's been a while. So I'm gonna roll, on a scale from 1 to 100. 100, basically, this scale represents how much has Trinity done. 0 is that she's never touched it, never even looked at it. 100, she already scoured through it. So let's see. How much has Trinity already done? 7, she has not gone near it. It's there, sure, but she has not touched it, which is great, because it means we get to go through that spaceship. So there's a tiny little, TIE Fighter, X-Wing-like ship that is destroyed on the side. I want to secure an advantage. I don't think I want to gather information. I think I literally just want to assess the situation and get some momentum and some resources. So I'm gonna use wits. So I'm gonna roll plus wits, which is 3. And my goal, and it's good to establish the goal of this move. My goal is to dig through the spaceship and what's available in there, and to gather materials and to see if there's anything of value in there. So let's roll it. Nope, wrong one. Plus 3. I did take a plus 1 on the last move, didn't I? Also, oh, by the way, another 6-9, by the way. Holy crap. So my wits is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Last time I checked, 4 is not bigger than 6 or 9. So that is a miss, everybody. I feel like I should keep a miss counter on the screen. How many times did we miss today? We have missed literally 3 times today. And there's only been 6 rolls? We have a 50% miss ratio? So on a miss, you fail or your assumptions betray you. Alright, take me to pay the price again, and F me up. Just F me up. Tell me what horrible thing is happening now. That's a 61. 61 means your equipment or vehicle malfunctions. Okay, you know what? Actually, I can see this. So the way that it works, Lemon asks Trinity if she has taken the time to look through that spaceship over there, and Trinity says that she's just glad. You know what? I'll say it in character. That ship? I'm just glad my escape pod didn't crash through it and kill me. I couldn't care less what's going on in there. And Lemon shoots Claire a look, and Claire telepathically, the way that, with his boss aura, is like, if you want to check it out, go check it out. And so Lemon does. Lemon walks over to that spaceship, and again, we learned, oh, you know what? We actually learned some info, we can actually, relay it now. As we're walking through, the angular edges of the ship make it very clear that it's an attack ship. It's meant to move very quickly through space. It has blasters on the very tip of its, what do you call the front of a ship? I don't know. The snout? I don't know. On the very front of the ship's cockpit, there's a laser beam weapon, as well as on the wings. It's an old make. People don't make ships like this anymore. We established that this ship has been here for a long while, and it has been. On the little like side plate of the spaceship, Lemon like rubs at it with their gloved hand, and they're able to dislodge some of the snow and ice that's been built up in there. And we learned that the ship's name was the Shattered Siege. Siege? Did I misspell siege? I did. Shattered Siege was the name of that ship. And as Lemon, Lemon can't go into the ship. This is literally like a single person like battlecraft. They can't, they attempt to pop open the cockpit. They can't. And even if they were able to, they can see through the glass that like it's just like covered in like snow that went in there and melted, and it's just like slushed and all gross in there. Lemon then decides, well, this ship here is no good. There's no way there's any good equipment on the inside. Can I at least, use my voxel gun to break up some of this matter for later so that I can use it in construction? And as soon as they point the voxel gun at it, I almost picture it's almost like a temperature gun, like Lemon points it at it, like pulls the trigger to absorb the material, and he just gives Lemon a and Lemon is like, excuse me, aims, shoots, and then Lemon looks at because it looks like a price scanner from like Target, and Lemon looks at the screen on their voxel gun, and it says that like the material has been corrupted. And, they aren't able to transform this matter into the rare matter required to be able to build things instantaneously with the voxel gun. So Lemon steps away from the ruined ship, knowing that it hasn't been a waste of time, but, they've definitely learned that, if there's any older structures here, they might also be corrupted by just basically gone to waste, after years upon years of being exposed to the elements. So Lemon returns back to the group, relays what they've learned with Claire and Trinity, and learns that they're already they're decided on their next course of action. They're gonna walk over to that field of ice and attempt to rescue whoever is, or see what's happened to the escape pod that landed there. Now, we have 20 minutes. I think we can finish that. I think we can finish that. But in case that I run late, I do want to say really quickly, I do want to say once again that my manager told me that I got to do this. So, by the way, the number one way to support me, if you enjoy what I do and you enjoy like these videos and these streams and these VODs, please consider supporting me on coffee.com/MKirin. You get to have your message read on stream, and you get warm fuzzy feels, and I get nuggies in return. Please consider supporting me on coffee.com/MKirin. Link it down below. Now, back to the good stuff. So, Lemon, Claire, and Trinity are have decided to make their way. I don't think there's any inherent danger around them. The lobster is the only territorial being around here, and it's already decided to stay away. So I'm not gonna roll for them to traverse the distance. I'm gonna assume they just make the walk over the next 20 to 25 minutes. Claire and Trinity both have backpacks full of good stuff like medkits and blankets and weapons. Which reminds me, I don't think I have to roll for it. I'm pretty sure we can all agree. Yeah. Timberwolf says that the
Grambler needs nuggies for energy. It's true. Feed me nuggies. Nuggies.
Anyways, yeah, and any and all donations will go towards giving me nuggies. So please, I would love some more sustenance. Anyways, now we did establish that that Trinity found the gun and tossed it away. I think we can all agree that we weren't gonna leave that gun behind. I think we can all agree, and I don't think anyone would. Okay, all right. I'm gonna roll for Claire and Trinity to see if they let us pick up the gun and keep it. The higher the number is, the more mom and dad energy they exude. If it's a 0, mom and daddy are not home and they don't care. But if it's a 100, mommy and daddy don't think we're old enough to have a gun. Mom and dad are in home. Let's go. We have a gun. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna say that it's is there? You know what? Let's actually do the theme and The action, no, the descriptor and focus. Okay, what kind of gun is this? Let's make a gun. It's a 54. 54 means hostile. Okay, yeah, definitely guns are hostile things. It's an extra hostile gun that focuses on 42. That focuses on the meaning of life. Hideaway. So, okay, yeah, I know what this is. I know what this is. This is, it's literally like a Glock. It's a Glock 19. It's literally like the kind of pistol that you like hide. Okay, that you like keep hidden. Okay, so we have the equivalent of a Glock It's just like a small, a square pistol that is mostly made of plastic. This is the kind of guns that someone who wants to like assassinate someone carries, which again makes you question what the heck was that doing in that skate pod. But I'm gonna just make a note of that for now. So we know that this weapon is easy to hide, and made to kill, which I know seems a little silly, but in a world with blasters, you know, which can be set to stun I mean, I'm not so much saying Star Trek rules here, but I think that if someone shoots you with a blaster, it hurts, but it's not killing you unless they literally like shoot you right in the cerebral cortex. By comparison, ballistic weapons kind of kill people because there's shrapnel inside of them now. So I'm making that note there. Now I want to make a note that inside Trinity's skate pod was a real handgun. Likely used by the culprit. The kind of handgun that is used for assassinations. By the way, anyone else think that the word assassination looks messed up? Like, who let this happen? Who let literally have a word like double S's, like literally like it has that word twice in it? Can you believe that? Used for assassinations, easily concealed, and dangerous. There you go. We created a gun, everybody. I want to call it Space Glock. There you go. The SG. So now we have a weapon, and I'm gonna assume that because there was a lot of ammunition there. Again, this game doesn't really care much about ammunition, but I do want to clarify that we have several spare magazines, because we established that earlier. Again, this game is a lot about a little something called fictional positioning, a character's position inside of the fiction. So now that Lemon has a gun, we don't have to have stats for the gun like it's D&D over here. We don't have to have, you know, the range and DPS of this gun, but all we need to know is that from now on, if Lemon wants to use a gun in battle, they have it. And we know from the game so far that this gun has several spare magazines that we will be able to use. Once those are spent, Lemon won't have a gun anymore. We don't have to have like a mechanical system where we track bullets or anything. We just use the narrative to kind of help guide us. There's also a good way to like think of like, you know, it's like the way that it works in novels and books, you know? Like, you know, a book would be really boring if the writer spent a huge part of that book tracking how many bullets each character had in each weapon. You know what I'm saying? I know this bit has already died. I've gone on this bit way too long, but yeah, nobody thought John Wick was cool because there was an ammo counter on the screen. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, so after a little while of walking, you know, snow crunching under our booted, suited feet, Alexandra says, that's me writing my first draft. It happens sometimes. Even as I was saying that bit, I'm like, but I do have like a good scene in my brain where a character is counting down the bullets in the revolver. Again, exceptions to everything. If it's cool, don't worry about the rules. That's all I gotta say. The rule of cool precedes everything. Is that the correct use of that word? Anyways, we walk a little bit, snow crunching under our feet, and we're able to make it to the outskirts of this incredible mirage. It's a field of ice, completely devoid of snow. And there is... Oh, hello, Secret Master. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some role-playing games. In this field of ice, there is a beautiful mirage. It is like aurora borealis, but happening immediately close to the ground. There is a prismatic array of colors melding into one another. This soft gradient, like hanging just above the ice sheet, almost like multicolored fog. And at the very center of this field of ice, pure ice, there is a escape pod. It's still closed. We don't know what's in there. I mean, we would like to hope that Joe is inside of it. But our characters have to make it across. We have 10 minutes left. I think we can at least No, I should be good. A part of me is like, let's keep going, but it's almost time. I finished streaming at 2 o'clock, so I think instead we should write our notes for the session. And also, I do believe there's also things that you need to do at the end of a session. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. And also, you know what, actually? Yeah. Okay. We can actually wrap up the session and set up the next session for when we play again. So, first off, I want to take a second to write down everything that happened, or at least make it a nice little checklist of the things that happened. So, first and foremost, and I like to use emoji because I'm a nerd. So, lemon, we can use the icon for lemon, and the first thing that happens is that there was an explosion. There was an explosion and a spaceship. So, the first thing that happened was that Lemon escaped an escape pod. Lemon emerged onto the ice planet. We need planet. We need ice. Not ice, not shaved ice. Give me actual ice. Now, after that, they were attacked by the lobster monster. So let's do lobster. Oh, there's actually a lobster emoji. Let's go. They were attacked by a lobster, and after that lobster. Let's just actually make it I do like it being, a recurring monster, so I'm gonna give it sparkles, I think. And then after that, Lemon was saved by Claire, whose icon is gonna be the beaker, I think. Beaker. Nope. Test tube? Let's do test tube for now. Test tube followed by gun, because he saved us with his gun. Then Lemon was able to use an ice wall to defeat the lobster. At which point Lemon made a connection with... This will all make sense in a moment, by the way. This is the way that I write memories in my notebook, by the way. And after that, Lemon and Claire found Trinity, whose icon is the stethoscope. And we did not make a connection with her. We found a derelict spaceship. Can I do ruined, please? No, house. Give me the derelict house, thank you. Oh, really? That icon sucks, but okay. Give me spaceship. Give me space. Oh, you know what? Give me the no, that sucks too. Give me a spaceship and give me a skull to indicate that it's dead. And after finding that, we decided that we're gonna go save the other escape pod, which was in... Give me rainbow and give me ice. There you go. Okay. Now this will all make sense, I assure you. This is one way that I like to track the story. Instead of writing blocks of prose, we just summarize the events, okay? Lemon made it into a escape pod and watched the station explode. Made it. No worries, Yasan. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Lemon made it into a escape pod and watched the station explode. Lemon emerged into the ice planet. Lemon was attacked by a giant blue lobster who started chasing them. Can I make this text smaller? You know what? It's fine. You guys can barely read it. Claire showed up and attracted everyone in chat. Attracted the lobster using his blaster pistol. Lemon not wanting Claire to be destroyed, to get totally destroyed, built an ice wall upon which the lobster bonked its head. Then it fled. Timberwolf says, it's really interesting watching this process. Do you mean like the RPG process or me writing down these memories? Lemon and Claire formed a bond, albeit a really weak one, since he sees Lemon as a worker, though they are slowly growing closer. Lemon and Claire met up with Trinity, who did not make a bond with Timberwolf says both. Secret Master asks, not to be rude, but where's the Among Us? Oh, I'll show you. Here you go. That's where it is. Also, in case you're wondering, this RPG campaign is inspired by Among Us in that all of these characters were in a space station before it was destroyed, and they all escaped onto the. All 4 of the characters we have right now, which are flashing on the screen right now, they escaped into this ice planet, and one of them is actually the reason why the space station exploded. Hence, there being an impostor among us. We don't know which one it is. And we're going to find out. It could even be our protagonist, Lemon, who was the imposter. We don't know, but we're going to find out as we play together. Hence the Among Us. Who did not make a bond with Claire, with Trinity. In fact, Lemon made a total fool of themselves. We're summarizing the session right now, by the way. And after that, Lemon inspected a derelict attack ship and found nothing other than the fact that anything exposed to the elements was no good for their voxel gun. And last but by no means least, Lemon and the party decided to go and help another of the escape pods, which was stranded in the middle of a irradiated field of ice. To be continued. And now the state that we're in, the party is just outside the boundary of the ice field, thinking how they can help the person inside. So that's where we're leaving off today. Now, of course, there's a little bit more that we get to do. It's like an adventure serial. Yeah, there you go. Alex is correct. Also, can I say I'm just really like happy with how this background came out, by the way? It came out so cute. I feel like I did a really good job with that computer background. Anyway, so when you end a session, when you end a significant session or chapter of play, reflect on the events of the game and identify any missed opportunities to mark progress. Have we developed any relationships? Have we reached any milestones? Honestly, that would be kind of cute, actually. Yeah, I do like a Star Wars text scroll. That would be funny. And I do it in this voice. Somehow, Palpatine returned. Anyways, sorry. I'm deleting it. So, our current plot right now, I didn't finish making this character sheet, so please ignore how this looks a little bit wrong. Have we found out anything regarding what happened at the space station? I think we get to mark a little bit of progress because we're actually getting to know the people there, so that's good enough. Have we grown closer with Claire? No. Our relationship with Trinity is basically non-existent, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, the final thing. I like to do this at the end rather than at the beginning. We roll on this table to get a feeling for what spicy thing's gonna happen in the next episode. So let's do one final Oracle roll. That's a 22. That's a 22. On a 22, influential character or faction is introduced or given a new detail. Ooh. Okay, well, I definitely... Okay, I know how this ends, okay? So the end of this session ends with, after the credits, the screen fades to black, and it cuts to a dark room. And inside of this dark room, you can see it's a tight room. It's like the size of a closet. And there's a young man inside of this dark closet. He's wearing an orange suit. He's shivering. He's worried. He's scared. The glow of the little screen next to him is the only source of light inside of the skate pod. And the little window tells him, you're in danger. You're in an irradiated zone. You need to get out of here. And he looks at that screen, terrified. And that's where we are gonna call it for today. I want to thank everyone. It's 2:00 on the dot. I do need to bring up some things though. Let me just switch screens real quick. Alexander says, "Do not kill him." I make no promises. I'm sorry. I make no promises. I make absolutely no promises. I hope he doesn't die, but I have no control over that. I'm really sorry. It's all the dice. Moontom says this was really fun. Thank you. I love this game engine. It's just so much fun. And again, like as a storyteller, as someone who loves writing books, like it's an engine that just wants you to just experience stories. I do want to say, by the way, if anyone on this chat or on the VOD is interesting, the base version of this game, the original version, is Matt. This was our first session of a role-playing game using Ironsworn Starforged. This version, though, the base version of the game over at ironswornrpg.com is actually completely free to download. You can completely download this for free. Yo, Benny's saying they've been drawing fan art of Lemon the whole stream. I need to see that. You're required by law to show me. I mean, not really, but yeah. Yeah, honestly, Matt. But did you have fun though? That's all that matters. Who knows what's going on? I don't know what's going on. But I had fun, and that's all that matters. There you go. Yeah. If you would like to know what was going on, you could read up on the rules of this board game, on this role-playing game. Or not. That's fine. Only the dice know. As Muntom says, only the dice know. Yes! Benny says that when it's done, I will add you on Twitter. Let's go! Yes, also, Timber Wolfie is already ahead of us. Yes, the music you heard is from Lo-Fi Leah. Videotube is the app that I use to be a Vtuber. You can go to my website, MKirinauthor.com, to support me and buy my books. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who watched this stream and who's watching the VOD. Please leave a like. It means the world to me. Subscribe. Do both of these things because it lets YouTube know, hey, Max isn't dead anymore. Sure, Max was gone for a few years not making videos, but they're back. They're back in VTuber form. Please do these things to let YouTube know that I exist and that they should recommend my videos to more people. And make sure to hit the bell to be notified of future streams. And also, thanks to you. And also, thanks to the people who buy me nuggies. Remember to support me on coffee.com/MKirin. If you do, you get warm, fuzzy feelings, and I get nuggies. So please consider supporting me. Thank you so much to everyone. And that's the end of the stream. Thank you for coming, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.